Hey everybody. It's about 3:30 a.m. on the East Coast. I think it's Wednesday night, Thursday morning. It's Thursday morning. Damn. This is the first time I'm going live in a long time, especially by myself. So, we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty sure nobody's going to show up cuz I picked a really good time to get over my nerves. So, if you have never heard of me before, hey Suzanne, good morning. I'm Shelly or T3. I'm the mouthy mama of Talking Trash and Truths. And I was in bed and I was tossing and turning and my brain would not shut up. So I said, all right, screw it. Let's get up and figure out what, is going through your head. And I start hearing all these different like buzzwords, like, no good and, long term, short term, um, insecurity, immaturity, secrets and just red flags. And all these words are going through my head. And all I could think is the best relationship in my life that I've ever had, the purest, the sweetest, and the most fun, as well as the most secure, was with a guy who is in jail for murdering his girlfriend. And that's a huge red flag for me. I don't mean I see the red flags on other people. I was laying there catching my own flags. Um, there's so much that I have to think through and talk through. And it's not the most fun thing to do when you have to look at yourself and really get introspective and be completely brutally honest. And there's a lot of things about me that I don't particularly like. Um, but I'm not exactly hateful of them, so I'm not exactly eager to change them. I'm not eager to change anything about me. I'm really not. Maybe I could be less sharing. I think that would be a good thing for me. I think I need to focus more on just talking to you guys and content and reorganizing my brain into something that works. But yeah, Tommy was the best relationship I've ever had. I mean, he knew me. And I didn't have any reservations with him. He knew he was never going to be more than my best friend and my fuck buddy. Hey, Super V, what's up? He was never going to be more than that. Suzanne said, in our home, we have a I am list. I am kind. I am worth it. I am brave. I am smart. A whole list like this that my boy does every morning for motivation. It makes the days better. I believe it. I believe it. I used to always, and I still always heap praise, especially on my son. My daughter, I'm harder on my daughter, but I'm not like my mother, thank God. Um, but no, I do tend to heap praise on him. I'm not good at heaping praise on me. So I prefer to, I guess, see the negative traits in me because I know those are things I have to work on. I mean, what's the point in like focusing on the good stuff that's already there? It's not going anywhere. And I believe in feeding the beast. It's the beast you feed is the one that wins. And I don't want to. I don't want to feed a drama beast. I don't want to feed a jealousy beast. I don't want to feed an anger beast. I don't want to feed any beast. I just want to live and do my thing. Everybody else can do their thing. So back to Tommy. He's literally doing life without parole. And he's the best thing. that I've had. Oh my God. Oh, so many red flags, so many red flags. Because why? Why do I get drawn to people like this? I mean, he's not the brightest bulb in the box. He's really not. When they said it was premeditated murder, Tommy can't plan a freaking walk down the block. It takes him an hour to go from one corner to another because he remembers so many different other things. He squirrels like nobody I've ever met. Suzanne said, as I've told you before, look in the mirror when you feel negative and straighten out your crown. Yeah, and some days I can, but I mean, I'm always the queen, here because there may be two of them, but they can still overpower me. Um, no, insecurity is a bitch. It really is. There are things that I just count on in life. I always wait. I'm in that constant state of vigilance where I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I've had people tell me, you're really closed off. Me, the one that talks all the time. Like, you feel really closed off. It's like, yeah, because when you get too close, that's when you get hurt. And I keep forgetting that. And I keep allowing myself to get close to people. And, sometimes I shouldn't. Sometimes can't help it. But I do believe everything happens for a reason. I believe people come into your life to either bless you or to teach you a lesson. I got both. I have a lot of good memories of my community. And hi, Nix. How are you? Um, a bitch is being in total control, honey. Okay. That's cute. I'm always a bitch. I mean, I was born that way. That's what Lady Gaga should have sang the damn song about, being a bitch, not the trans crap. Um, I'm also high as a kite, just so you know. I'm so stoned. I have dry mouth like a motherfucker. But yeah, no, it's hard for me to put into words because, like I said, I'm not going to talk about it, but I need to talk about my red flags, the things I see that I need to either look deeper on or I need to work on. And that would be like, you know, giving too much, caring too much, not watching my own behavior because I'm comfortable, um, not watching others' behavior toward me because I'm comfortable. And as a friend, I think he's a friend, told me the other day, I need to work on my anger. Apparently, I have anger demons, which I don't doubt. I'm an angry girl. I've always said I was an angry girl. I never claimed to be different. I keep a rein on my anger usually, but sometimes, it sneaks out. And that's a red flag for me. When I start um, wanting to be mean, I don't actually do it. But when I want to be mean, that's when I need to take a break. I need a breath. Super V said, same here, sister. I get too close and then they shut me out, and all I'm trying to be is a good friend and speak the truth. Nick said, and I get you. Believe me, I know. Nick said, fine, round, mad, but otherwise healthy-ish ism. Mostly confused. How about you, T3? I mean, I'm always confused. Have you not met me? Brilliant, no common sense. And I kid about that. I have a ton of common sense. Suzanne said Super V, some folks just suck, period. No matter how much you care, give, some folks are just soul suckers. Oh, that was my ex-husband. Jesus. He could suck the energy out of you like a fucking vampire. But I had a thought. It got away from me. Damn it. Damn it. I squirreled when I shouldn't have squirreled. Hi, Michelle. How are you? It's so weird when I say that, since that's my name too. It always feels weird. I think a lot of things that happen around me are because I react before I think. Because that's just my trauma response. And anybody who doesn't, like that can shove it right where the sun don't shine. I get how my brain works. Other people, they can doubt it, they can say whatever they want. I really don't care. But a trauma response is a knee-jerk reaction. It's get away from me. I'm gonna hurt you first. You're not coming for me. I gotta protect myself. And right away, I just and some people may see that as me being angry, but they don't exactly know the things that I'm defending myself from. It doesn't matter who does it. It could be one of my kids, it could be my mother, it could be a stranger on the street. I'm always going to have that response to that type of stimuli. I'm always going to have the knee jerk reaction. And then I just need to, calm down usually, and it takes me a couple minutes and then I'm fine. But that knee jerk reaction, man, it can look like I'm being mean or angry just to be angry, but it is a self-defense mechanism. And I am working on it, but there I've got a lot of issues. So that one's just gonna have to wait. It's gotta wait its turn like everybody else. Next. Nah, I meant me being confused because you asked how I am. You're fine with your level of confusion. Meanwhile, me, I just want to find a bridge, a good tall one right now. No, 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 no. We're not doing bridges. We're not doing anything tall. I want you near to the ground. Can't be that bad. Could it? Nothing's that bad. Trust me. After the year I've had, a year and a half now. Shit. After the year that I've had, the ups, the downs, the emergencies, the scares, the close calls, the very close calls, the hey, I'm knocking on death's door. And the door feels hot, god damn it. But all that shit, everything else, all the fighting and the just everything. I mean, there's a time and a place, and I always seem to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. There are some fights worth having, like about the elephant. That was a fight worth fighting. Everything else, no. It's just petty bullshit. And I've told you guys before, I don't like to fight. I don't like conflict. I freaking yelled at Darth when he was like, "You love conflict." No, I fucking don't. I really fucking don't. I have enough headaches. I don't need that too. I have a problem with making friends that don't understand that I've been in a relationship with my husband for 13 years. So I've been out of the game for years now, but I can still be a friend. Yeah, I think a lot of people, Suzanne's right, a lot of people don't know how to be a friend. Like they're already, when somebody says something, they're already trying to figure out in their head what they're going to say and put it together. And I have to be impressive. And they miss everything that they say. I miss what people say because I go gaga and I just zone out. But, it's just me. It's funny though. I miss it, but I don't. Like I miss the people. I don't miss the crap. But life goes on. I wish all of them well. I don't see why there has to be like any kind of disturbance in the force. Everybody's adult. Everybody should be able to just move on. But I keep thinking about what I've done in my life. Like, okay, so as a teenager, there wasn't a whole lot that I did right. But to be fair, I was a teenager. And again, I had loads of trauma. And then I had new trauma. And then I had more new trauma. And then I had a lesbian relationship. That was 1989. Oh my god. Jesus, I'm old. But yeah, we didn't you didn't do that. You didn't talk about that, and the biggest insult somebody could call a girl was a dyke at the time. And then if you got upset about it, they were like, "Oh, you're upset because it's true. It's true." And then the whole town would call you a dyke. I know so many girls that happened to, and it did not happen to me. I made sure I had a boyfriend when I was seeing that girl. Fuck that. He didn't get anything from me, but we got to go to a lot of movies. All four of us. Because she had a boyfriend too. The 80s. When homophobia was just rampant. It was great. Uh, just venting at Suzanne. Don't worry, as inviting as it is to jump. I got a fear of highest. Just need a break. I know some problems at work. I got the solution for it, and people get stuck on keywords and shrug it off are not my job. Oh, not my job makes me want to do violence. Oh my God. Heidi, 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 ho. Hi, honey. Shelly, I have no idea what you're referring to because I just saw this and I'm psyched to see you here and live, no less. Unfortunately, I can't be in chat, time constraints, but knowing me, I'll be popping in and out. I'm just here venting for a little while because my brain needs to get emptied. It's been a while since I did this. Usually, when I go and, I did the daily thing, I would get rid of all these thoughts that were swimming around my head. So it was nice. But now they're just all stuck in there. And I don't know what to do with them. I believe it or not, I put them on like index cards. I made bullet points trying to get anything out of my head. And the only thing that works is me talking. And I can't just talk to myself. I talked to the cat, didn't do a damn bit of thing. Nothing, 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 nothing. I tried just talking to myself, did nothing to quiet my head. Okay. I was like, just go fucking do the live and be done with it. So here we are. None of us are perfect. I myself am far from it. And being a survivor of SADA doesn't make trusting others easy. However, that doesn't give us the right to hurt others. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. And I'm not out to hurt anybody. I've said this many, many times, and nobody seems to take me at my word. I want everybody to have a full meal every time they're hungry. I just don't want everybody at my table. And I'm sure they don't want me at theirs. And that's because emotions are still high. And that's fine. It is what it is. But I am going to continue to do what I do. I don't really have a format for it yet. I'm doing the books, which I really enjoy. I did Common Sense by Thomas Paine so that you guys could like listen to it if you want to go to bed because it's boring. It's not really boring. It's actually really, really interesting. It's just really difficult to understand his sentences when they're 13 lines long. Just one sentence. And it's like, does the guy not know what a period is? I would have settled for a semicolon, something to break it up, but no. It was like lung friggin' Olympics to like get through these goddamn things. And the language, using words I have never heard of. And I have an extensive vocabulary. So it's like, ooh. But these are like old world words, like viz and stuff like that. Like what? Uh, I thought it was like vis-a-vis or whatever. Do, 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 do. Super V. Well, I had my lesbian phase in 2012, but I realized I love the affection of a man. I think most women did have that phase. Yeah, my phase was from, oh, I don't know. Like the craze of it was right before I hit 16 until I was like 26. About 10 years I was active in that scene. But it is what it is. I like women. I love to look at women. I love how beautiful they are. I can appreciate everything about them. Their hair, their skin, their eyes, curve of their lips, and the whiteness of their teeth. Like I like voices. I like different types of voices. Um, Women's voices sometimes I they make me argumentative. Um, I don't know what it is. I think it's that natural female competition because I am very competitive. But, you know, um, I don't I'm very attracted to women. I just can't deal with they're always drama. I hate to say it because I feel like I'm such a traitor to my sex. But yeah, there's always drama. It's always, 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 always. Where were you? Why? Why do you want to know everywhere I go? Well, why didn't you take me with you? I don't. You weren't ready. Like, oh, I want to go out. All right, where do you want to go? By myself. All right, then go. Like, and it's always like, I want this. I want to do that. I want to. I got nagged enough growing up by my mother. I don't need another chick in my house nagging me. I just don't. I don't care how hot she is. Uh, Suzanne said T3, no, but we seem to be out to hurt others. We seem to be out to hurt, oh, ourselves. I was like, I'm not out to hurt anybody. There's a line from Where the Heart Is, and she was talking about alcoholics, and she was like, we're generally happy enough just to hurt ourselves. And I felt that because when I do things, I know I'm the one that's going to have to pay for it. Either I'm going to have to, go through some punishment, or I'm going to have to eat humble pie, or I'm going to lose something. And I make the split decision, what am I doing? And I just throw everything on the scales, and whichever side comes out in that instant, that's the one I go with. I got to trust my gut when it comes to certain things. But as you know, I am really young. So I love listening to your stories. Girl, please, my stories of debauchery. That was the one thing when I was in the hospital. I was mad at one point that I was so sick, but I was like, all right, if I had to face facts, if the antibiotic didn't work, I was screwed. And they didn't know if it was working for days. So it was like, about 4 days where everything was up in the air. And then it finally like kicked in and started like doing away with the actual infection. But I was laying there and I had just talked to the whole gang on the computer. I drained my phone, everything. And I was laying there and I was like, you know what? If it doesn't work, I had a really full life. Like, I'm not one of those people who sat home and, like they're like, oh, I had kids young, so I didn't do it. Uh-uh. Like, nope. The minute they took that yoke off my back, I was out the door. I was out walking around, meeting people, laughing, learning what people were like because I had no clue because I was so sheltered. Like, I knew what adults were like. I didn't know what kids my age did. I was never good with my peers. So I always wound up hanging out and dating people that were older than me because I had to grow up quick. But that's one of my red flags. It definitely is. That I have a very hard time accepting that my peers are genuine because usually they turn out to be full of shit and it aggravates me because there are people that, throughout my life have played games all my life. And I can play the games, but I hate them. Oh, I hate them. It's so stupid. The horrible thing is, as survivors, we are our own bully and we beat ourselves up all the time. Oh, yeah, I'm never good enough. You don't have to tell me that. Like, nobody has to tell me that. I never do a good enough job. It's maddening. If I cook a 8-course meal, I'll find something that's wrong with it that I could have done better, and I'll feel like the whole meal was just ruined. I'm like, what, fatalistic Frankie. It's like, whatever. But it's just it amuses me that I can actually look at my life and go, "Oh, I fucked up there. I fucked up there. Yeah, I fucked up there." And I'm not taking all of the blame. Trust me. This is not a martyr thing. I'm not throwing myself on the pyre. Fuck that. They had to blame first too. Well, not first, but they're to blame too. Like, there was enough blame for everybody. When you throw shit at the fan, everybody's getting hit. So it's like, but no, I recognize that there are things that I have to do to improve myself, to work on my future relationships and my current relationships and my past relationships. I don't have to work on them with the person, but in my head, I have to work it out. Um, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do after that. But um, I never had any intention of hurting anybody or betraying anybody. I had to do a lot of discovery. I had to do a lot of self discovery. I had to ask a lot of questions, not just of me, but of other people. And I got answers that surprised me. Um, but there were answers I could live with. And that's the thing. I got to live with it. Hey, T Rex, what's up? Suzanne said, but we are wrong, dead wrong. We need to start being better and lifting each other up instead of kicking. Yeah, well, the expert was talking about something tonight about how drama and it was a very long analogy. Like, it was there was a sewer and there was shit in the sewer, I guess, and people were climbing on each other to get out, and he would have flooded it so everybody could rise, you know, all at once. I had a lot of questions, but I didn't ask them because I couldn't get the image out of my head. And I was like, I don't, I got what he was trying to say, but I couldn't follow with how he was telling me. It was hilarious. Oh my god. He he made me laugh. He made me laugh tonight. He made me laugh last night. And I haven't laughed in a while. Um, I laugh with Suzanne sometimes, and maybe T-Rex and Winning, and we laugh. But no, fucking expert had me dying, especially with the the balls on the neck. Texas Jen was like, warm ones. I was like, oh dear God. I went there expecting wholesomeness, and I was not disappointed to find out that they're just as debauched. Just as debauched. Maybe they don't say the no words that I say, but it was fun. I did good on the trivia yesterday. Fourth place. Even though second, third, and fourth all had the same score. It was like, oh, she was quicker than me. But yeah, no, we had a good time. It was a lot of fun. Um, I don't really know what to say. Kazoo, bitch. Suzanne, your kazoo. You know what you can do with that kazoo. That and your freaking kwai. Oh my god, or key, however you say it. Almost 60 points for 2 letters. Stop it. That was hilarious. Yeah, Suzanne likes to play letter league with me so she can kick my ass. I get good ones once in a while. It's fine. But yeah, I do. I need to work on my interpersonal relationships because I don't really have a lot of boundaries, like at all. Like I'm pretty much, all right, let's go. But I really should create some boundaries. It's so hard though because it's just like, oh, you want to be near? All right, that's fine. I'm very much, come as you are, go as you are. I don't really, I don't know. I don't think the things that people think I do. They give me a lot of credit for deviousness, like a lot. But when I tell the truth, they don't believe me. So it's like, okay, you like your narrative. That's fine. That my whole life it's been like that. I would talk to, and the thing is, Tommy was the best relationship. I would tell him something and go, "What did I say? Huh? You said da 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 da," and he just boom, rattle it right off. Doesn't matter what he was doing. He heard me, so I'd be like, "All right." Now, hearing me and remembering it, those are two skills that unfortunately he doesn't use together. So he like he hears it, but he instantly forgets. It's like, all right. So it's useless that he hears me. I might as well be talking to the freaking wall. But my ex-husband would look at me with in rapt attention. Yes, my ex-husband's name is Brett. I'd be like, Brett, um, what did I just say? And he'd be like, I'm like, you're staring at me. You look like you're paying attention, and I can see the hamster running the wheel behind your eyes. Like he never friggin' was actually listening. Uh, make a I am bored and use it out loud. Do it for 2 weeks and tell me how you feel. I mean, I'm pretty sure that that would make me feel better, but Suzanne, that's a lot of work. I'm high as fuck. I can't do a I am bored right now. I am stoned. That's what I am. I need my head to clear out. So I'm trying to like shake all the cobwebs out. And I mean, this doesn't really like, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense, but That's why I called it the insomniac stream of consciousness. My consciousness bounces. It's a bouncy one. It's like Tigger. I think the world is big enough for everybody. I don't I don't like this whole picking sides or whatever. I would never ask anybody to pick a side. There are no sides to me. It's just me. Like that's it. I'm worried about me. That's it. I don't care who talks to who or who does what. It's fine. Oh, ow. I don't like that the communities are, they seem to be imploding. Maybe others don't see it, but there's a breakdown happening. Maybe it has to happen. You know, new blood. I know that it's 4 in the morning, and the first time I live streamed was at 4 in the morning by myself because I didn't know shit about YouTube other than to watch like the lawyers. And I had made a couple of friends, and I stayed to myself a lot. And I knew I wanted to stream. I wanted to do a live stream, and I was terrified. I was so nervous. Oh my god. I wanted to throw up right before I did it, and I was like, "All right, fuck it." And the first time I talked for a good 45 minutes without hitting the second live, because in StreamYard you got to hit it twice. And so I was just talking to myself because none of it went out because I wasn't live yet. So that was the first time that I had to kick myself in the ass. And then I was so aggravated. I was like, fuck it. And I pressed the button and I went live and I was terrified. Oh my God, the anxiety and the fear. I could not. I could not. And then Frog and Cake jumped into the chat and they talked me through it and I was better. I was good. I didn't last that long. I was like, no, I think it was like 40 minutes or something. I forget what the first one was, but yeah, they did that. And it was very sweet. It was unexpected because I was like, God damn it, why are people still awake? And yeah, they made my first time much easier than it had any right to be. And that's a very good memory for me. I have a lot of good memories, and that's what I choose to remember. I don't know where I'm gonna go with this channel. I know that I'm gonna do the videos that I used to do because I got rid of them. They were just, oh God, they were so bad. So bad. I left quite a few though, like the music ones where I give, playlists or, my favorite things or whatever. Um, I left whatever Survivor stuff I had put up. And now I just have to, get my shit together and decide what I'm going to do. I'm going to read public domain books because I need to read. I instead of just reading chat, I need to actually read. So, I think it's a good idea. I did Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Not an easy read, not a fun read, very relevant though. There was a lot in that I was like, "Oh shit. Oh shit." Like somebody could have wrote that now and it would be dead accurate. Except we're not dealing with a king, we're dealing with, the would-be king. We're dealing with the emperor with no clothes. So, he wouldn't know. Old Joe, he wouldn't know if he had no clothes on or anything. Not even if he felt the breeze. Yeah, Joe's got to go. I don't see him lasting very long. He's getting whiter and whiter and whiter. Pretty soon he's going to be fucking see through. He's going to be like fucking saran wrap. I can't with that man. Oh, he gives me hives. It's been, let's see. Oh my God, how long's it been? It's been a week since I quit smoking. I'm just vaping, which is fine. My cough is much better. My voice is much better. Uh, Heidi, I'm so glad to hear that, Shelly. I hate the picking sides, piling on bullshit. It causes me extreme anxiety as well as sadness. I too miss the olden days when everyone was friends, but so glad you're still here. Aw. Thank you, Heidi. That was very sweet. Yeah, no, I don't see the point in wanting people to pick sides, especially like you guys, because it's like you like everything that everybody does. You should be able to talk to whoever you want. I have no control over anybody, nor do I want it. I'm bossy. Yes, very. I'm very bossy. But no, I don't want to control anybody. I wouldn't mind a little control. But that's usually that's private. So it's I wonder, is that a red flag? That I'm submissive in private? Well, I mean most people wouldn't guess it, but some might. They call it introverted. No, there's a different name for it. Things ending are always sad, but remember, this too shall pass. I have to keep reminding myself of that also. I keep telling you this too shall pass. Damn it. That's why you hear it so much, because I say it so goddamn much. But yeah, this too shall pass. Everything passes in time. And it'll get better for everybody. It's just, when there's hurt feelings involved or people feel a certain way, things tend to get heated and they blow up and they go boom. It went boom. And now it's done. Some things need to end for better to come along. Shelley, this too shall pass was a thing I told people before I met you. Yes, but I say it all the time, especially lately. Maybe that's why you're, just thinking it right now. I don't know, T Rex. Why you gotta correct me all the time? Ay, they. But yeah, no, this too shall pass. What else do I say? When you find yourself going through hell, don't stop. Keep going. T3, you need Jesus. Ah, me and Jesus. Jesus is my co pilot. He's fine. He hates the way I drive. Let me tell you something. When that song, Jesus Take the Wheel, came out, my husband looked at me. I said, "Don't you dare open your mouth. I don't want to hear it." He was like, "Lead foot." He was like, "Maybe that's why you never get to an accident." He's like, "You got God driving?" I was like, "Yep." And that's what I was like, "Jesus is my co pilot." He was like, "I thought that was Chewbacca." I was like, But yeah, because I love to speed. Oh, I have such a lead foot. The story of the king who asked for a ring to be made him happy when he was sad, and sad when he was happy. The guy came back with the ring and inscribed on it, "This too shall pass." I have no idea what story that is, but it's cool. Very cool. I wish I had more water. I, I like more Gandalf's. You shall not pass. That was a cool movie moment. Just ask Nerd. He'll tell you. Guys, what other red flags can you think of? T-Rex cool. Never heard that before. No, I never heard it. I wouldn't want a ring that would make me happy when I'm sad and sad when I'm happy. What would be the point? Might as well just go the natural way. This way you don't look like an idiot in front of everybody. Can you imagine? What if something happens and like everybody's sad, and then I'm gonna be walking around like zippity doo dah, zippity yay? Like, no. Just no, it's not right. It is not right. And then if I go to a wedding and everybody's happy and I'm sitting there like, "Ah," yeah, that's not gonna go over well. No, I think have your emotions when it's appropriate to have those emotions. That's why these damn pills bother me so much, because when I take them at night and I can feel when, like, I get a, like, little zing of it because it picks my whole mood up, and I'm like, "This is so artificial." Like, it feels disingenuous when I'm like, "Hey, da, 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 da." My son's like, "You need to calm down." I'm just like, "I know, I know." But, you know, it's like, it's gotta even out. And she said it would take me a couple weeks for me to, like, have an even keel of it, but 4-minute warning. Oh, shit. Girl. Ooh, it's already packed. Yes. I think I'm gonna pack it a little bit more. But yeah, no, it's so weird when when I start thinking of like when I'm in bed and I can't sleep and I'm rolling back and forth and then you start to like the blanket bothers you and then like the sheet bothers you and then the pillow's not right. You punch the pillow and you try to get you try to get comfortable and then like my tits are in the way and it's like, oh come on. Like just let me sleep. I just want to sleep. And as soon as I get comfortable, my brain goes, hey, you know what'd be great? Let's think of all the things that you did to fuck up everything. And let's think of every bad thing that's gone on in the last, like, oh, I don't know, year. Oh, sure. Why not? Let's do that. And my brain goes ahead without my consent, really. I think consent should be a thing, but no, it just goes on and does what it wants. 3-minute warning. T-Rex said, my stream of consciousness right now is that I've been missing the ability to talk to a group of people all day, every day. And now that I've had to step away, I've been putting that on one person. And that's not fair to them. And I think I need to be better at realizing that. Eh, I don't know. We all need to dump on somebody at some point. Like, you need somebody you can vent to. So as long as you have somebody willing to talk, willing to listen, maybe they're good with listening, but they don't have any fucking answers for you. I mean, that would be my thing. Like, I'll listen to you all day, but that doesn't mean I have a response. Sometimes, like, I do get lost for words. It doesn't happen often, I'll admit, but it does happen. It really does. Send some my way too. Oh wait, it's illegal here. Never mind. We'll try alcohol or water. Go for the alcohol. Go for the alcohol. The GABA does that. I'm talking to your energy at night. I mean, no, that's actually the bump up in the effexor. The effexor makes me very. It's like a cliff. Like I'm walking up a hill and I'm happily like skipping up this hill. La 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 la. I'm all happy that I get to the top and I'm great. And then all of a sudden I just go right over the cliff and I land hard. And I don't like that. I don't this is not a roller coaster because it doesn't like sweep into the next, like loop or whatever. No, when I crash on this stuff, I just go right off the cliff and I crash and I'm like I'll sit for hours and not sleep, not talk, not anything. And I got to wait until July 5th for this damn shrink to come back so I could tell her this ain't working for me. Like it's just not working. I know she said, be patient, but Jesus, I've been on it like 3 weeks and everything's fallen apart in 3 weeks. Um, T-Rex said, now laughing at what you said, get comfy. Then the brain begins. Oh yeah, as soon as I actually am comfortable and I'm like, oh good, I can fall asleep. My brain's like, haha, the greatest hits of all your failures. Here we go. Great. I actually prefer that one to the these are things that you put off and it's too late now, so you're screwed. I don't like thinking about that list because I've been avoiding things lately and I might have let some shit slide that I shouldn't, but whatever. I'll fix it. I always do. T Rex said, "Oh, I love that I remember in elementary school the art teacher embarrassed me in front of the whole class, and I still think of that sometimes when I'm trying to go to bed." Oh yeah, that's the dumbest shit that pops into my fucking brain. It's 4:20. Happy 4:20 on the East Coast. And everybody else may partake as well. Yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll think of something really random and it'll bug the shit out of me. And I'm just like, oh, something that made me mad like in the past and it has the ability to still piss me off. Haven't had a drop of alcohol willingly or intentionally. Might have had it by accident for years, stopped counting after like 3 to 5 years. And that was a long while ago. Yeah, no, if you don't like it or you don't drink, that's cool, man. I don't drink. I don't drink because I got really, really drunk and made myself super sick. And now I can't even think of alcohol. Ugh. I tried. I did. I tried to have a beer and I was just like, nope, nope. My body was just I don't gag on other things in my friggin' mouth, but the smell of any kind of alcohol, I'm like, mm-mm, nope. Um, yeah, that was whoo, that was a bad day. I got drunk on purpose by 10 o'clock in the morning. I'd never gotten drunk like that, like where I was like sloppy. And I mean, I was in my house, but I didn't need to do that. That was a that was me when I had just started therapy and I didn't realize you got worse before you started to get better. And because therapy never worked for me before, it just aggravated me. And it was different this time. I was trusting somebody. I was opening up to somebody, and all those emotions that I had never spoken about haunted me, and they were so heavy to carry, and I couldn't share them with anybody. And they were so fresh in my mind from talking about them that it was too much for me. And I got really, really drunk to try to, like, block them out, and I got really, really sick. Really, really sick. And when you get sick on wine, especially really, really strong, spoiled red wine, yeah, you'll never drink again. I will never drink again. Thank God for weed, because otherwise, I don't even know what kind of drug would, like, be good for me at this point in my life. I think the weed is good. I like shrooms every once in a while, but I don't think I could handle a straight, you know, like, piece of the shroom. Freaking I think I'd bug out. Um, or maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. But like it's the same with acid. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do any of the fun stuff. Just me and my weed. Next exactly. I've been clean from dope 36 years. It still seems like yesterday. T3 for me, it was sort of bad. I think I went out to meet friends, coffee 3 days, 3 times later when I came out of the blackout. I was lost to find a way home. People just told me that you don't want to know what you did. So I stopped asking. Oh. Yeah, that was how my ex-husband used to get. He'd like, he'd come at me like a whipped dog the next day, tail between his legs, head down. Why does this hurt? Or why does whatever? And why is this broken? What did I do? You really want me to tell you? No. Yeah, I figured that. I'm acutely aware of that one. Effects are 15 years worth. Oh, I always knew or thought it was keeping me up. Turns out I was right. When their patent was up, they had to admit to a molecular misstructure. That's great. That's just awesome. Ah, that's why they rebranded it as Pristique. God. Ugh. Next, I hear that story. I was so messed up. I bought a house in the middle of the night in another province. Only you have the ability to buy a house just willy nilly. Like, fuck it, I bought a house. Oh, okay. You're something else, Suzanne. Funny. I love that. But yeah, next he used to get real bad. Real bad. And he would lose complete control. And I used to say, you're fine on like the first maybe 4 or 5, like shots that you put in the drink or whatever. But then he used to get to that point where I'd be like, don't you think, maybe you want to close the bottle for now? No, 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 I'm good. I'm good. I'm not feeling anything. I'm not even buzzed. And it was the same every time because I would say that, he would say that, he'd keep drinking and it would all hit him at once. Instead of him gradually, because he didn't get gradually drunk. He wasn't that type of drunk. He would drink, 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 and then all of a sudden, bam, there it was. And it was like, fuck. It was like somebody just like unlocked this monster. Uh, I well, when he drank, he was fun when he drank, when in the beginning, like when he started drinking. But then once he hit that point of no return where he kept going, yeah, it was always bad. It was so bad. And to this day, he still says that he never did any of it. I'm like, dude, there were holes in my wall that fit my head. Like, they knew. Like, my mother knew. Her husband knew when they came to get me that wall and my head were very good friends. Like, we were tight. And I was ashamed. I was ashamed. And it wasn't even my behavior. And I was ashamed that I allowed that to happen. That I didn't, I don't know, unalive him or something. I tried to kick him out so many times. So many times. He'd just take my keys and take my car. It's like, what the fuck? You're like, whatever. So I just stopped playing games. Next, a house in the middle of buttfuck nowhere in the prairies. 40 years later, I bought a house in buttfuck nowhere again in the prairies. There you go. At least you're consistent, Suzanne. Consistency is key. I think I need another hit because fuck today. Is it really 4:30 in the morning? Oh my god, I'm so tired. You know what it is to be tired and then you can't sleep? Ugh, it's pain in the ass. And it's getting hot in here. I don't know why it's hot in here. It was pretty cool outside today. It was like, I think the high was 70. Which for here, that's ridiculous. Because it should be at least mid 80s by now. Not that I want the heat, but it's just very odd. Um, damn it. See, that's what I get for doing another bong rip. So what you're saying is I should start wearing if Suzanne starts to pop up as a new owner where I live. I have to be up in an hour. I'm gonna try to sleep a little. And yes, Shelly, I know that feeling quite well. We're all insomniacs around these parts. Get a little sleep, T-Rex. Jeez. You You might want to see a doctor or something about the like getting on a schedule. Maybe you need a sleep aid. I don't know if you could take those when you're a truck driver. I know you take a lot of NoDoz. That's what they used to take anyway. Now you have Monster and all that kind of stuff. It's actually a lot better, I guess, to be a trucker now than it was. NoDoz suck. Oh God, they're the worst. Same thing happened if you took too many friggin' Benadryl. If you can get through that like 15 minutes of like super sleepy, you're just woo! It's a whole new day. Next up, I'm good now. Where I live, it's so small called the village population said to be 200 people. Bullshit, I've never seen more than 60. Ah! My town is 1 square mile, and we have over 55,000 people that live here. 55,000. It's ridiculous. We are so packed in, it's like sardines. And I hate everybody. Ugh. That's part of the problem here. It's just, I just can't stand these people. They like to butt in and they want to, I'm going to knock on your door and find out what you're doing. Why do you have to find out what I'm doing? Go fuck yourself. Like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Its withdrawal is vicious, T3. Please taper if you decide to change or discontinue. I quit cold turkey and there was nothing like it, at least 6+ months of the inability to do shit, even eat. I was under 80 pounds. Jesus. Why do they put me on these goddamn pills that if I want to get off them, I'm going to be like, stop. Oh. Like, I don't have enough fucking problems. It made your mom nuts. Well, I mean, it's pretty much doing the same with me. I've spoken with the nurse who said it wasn't just me, it's across the board an awful withdrawal. Fuck my life. Damn it. Because she just doubled it. Well, minus like, she didn't double it. All right, I was taking 100. She gave me 237.5, so another 75. So not really double, but it's 1 3/4. Oh, half the damn place in their 80s. Who's in their 80s? Oh, your village. Your village, that's funny. Maybe the guy who updated the counter moved away or died. They're using the airplane rule to count as 2 for large individuals. Oh, that's not nice. That is so not nice. It's funny, but it's not. It's not nice. Oh God. I don't know. I had a feeling this stream was just gonna go on a little tangent and whatever. Because as much as like I want to talk about like the red flags, I don't want to beat myself up anymore. You know, because I always so people don't get. I usually go into relationships with people, and this is any kind of relationship, which includes platonic. I mean, most of my relationships are para and you know platonic. I couldn't think of the word that I just said. Yeah, but that's what most of my relationships are. Otherwise, I have like my in real life friends, which thank God I have those. Um, where's I going with this? I don't know. It's just it's important, but it's not the end of the world for me. You know, like I think, like I said before, I think people are meant to be in your life for specific times. Everything happens for a reason, and I think in order to grow, we both had to go. We had to, you know, go off on our own. And I'm trying different things. I'm getting ideas or whatever, and it's fine. But I don't want anybody else to suffer any kind of, I don't know, retribution or negativity or whatever you want to call it. I don't want anybody to suffer for talking to me. Because I talk to my friends, I talk to content creators. I have to get out. I have to, you know, find new communities, meet other people, spread it, everything around. Otherwise, I'm not going to get better. I'm not going to get better without interacting with as many people as I can. I hate riding the Greyhound. Weird people ride the Greyhound. Why would you be riding the Greyhound? You have to ride it for 19 hours? Damn. Oh no, T3. Things will get better and growth will come in unique ways. Yeah, I know it. I know they will. I just don't want anybody um I don't want anybody to have to pay for being my friend. I don't. I think it's dumb. I think people could talk to whoever they want to talk to. And the whole thing's just silly. It's just silly. Talk to who you want to talk to. T Rex, me too, Shelly, me too. I dive in the deep right quick. Yep. Show people my soul, and sometimes they stomp on it or take full advantage of my kindness. And it becomes being taken advantage of. Nix. That's right, T Rex. I mean, you're very sweet, you're very giving, you're very green, wet behind the ears. I tell you that all the time. You're a baby. You're so young in my eyes. My fucking glaucoma eyes. But yeah, you'll get there. You're a good egg. You ask me questions until the sun comes up, which I don't always appreciate. But I mean, now it doesn't bother me because I got nothing to do in the morning. I could fucking sleep as much as I want if my brain would shut up and let me. Do, 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 do. Nick said, "What does ride the Greyhound mean?" Don't have a reference for this idiom. No, he actually means ride the Greyhound. It's a Greyhound bus, and it's a cross country trip. So that's when you ride the Greyhound. You ride the Greyhound bus. Uh, T Rex, please guard your heart. Yeah, I got to take a bus to Atlanta from Springfield, Missouri. Stop. Oh God. Atlanta to Missouri, and is it still like thunder and lightning down there? Because they said it was raining bad. I'm supposed to get horrible thunder and lightning for the next like 4 days. I can't wait. I hope they're not fucking with me. I want lightning. I want lightning. I will throw this chair across the room to get to that lightning. Oh, but I don't have to. I could do the other window. I keep forgetting about the other window because I always had my back to it. T Rex, did the boss buy you a new truck? Your bus leaves at 6:30. Okay, so we got to keep you awake. Is that what you're saying? Go to sleep. Damn it! Don't miss your bus because that would suck. You can sleep on the bus, which is nice. Hide your phone. My nose is all stuffed. I'm like, ugh, what happened? Guys, I don't know. I'm excited for what's coming next. You never know. I don't really like surprises. As we've seen, I don't react well to them. So it's like most people know that if you're going to surprise me, you got to warn me that you're going to surprise me so that I'm like, okay, like, here we go. Yeah, just springing stuff on me. It's not a good thing to do. I don't react well, and the end result is, oh dear God. But yeah, um, yeah, it's a cross country type bus. You don't want to know the Google results I've got for it. I really don't, but the Young Turks might. That dude thinks that that's perfectly acceptable. I can't. I absolutely fucking cannot. Um, oh God, he makes me sick. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm sure you got all sorts of hentai and all that kind of stuff. That's just great. And you were so specific for them. So riding the Greyhound. Oh Lord, poor dog. They're the skinniest dogs. I don't know if you've ever seen a Greyhound. Dear God, I just want to just give them macaroni and sandwiches. Like, oh, they're so skinny, so skinny. Even their tail is like whip thin. And when they get happy and they like, with that tail, oh my God, it hurts so bad. Oh, I had black and blues on my leg from the freaking Jody with her damn, she's got like 9 greyhounds because we have Meadowlands racetrack and they do the dog races besides the horse races. And when the dogs around here, when they're, she goes there and she talks to the owners and whatever. Uh, when they're here, if they're thinking of retiring their pup, she'll take the pup. So she does greyhound rescue from the racetrack. Hi, Wolfkinder. How are you? You'll be listening to Common Sense tomorrow. You got 19 hours to kill. It's not even 2 hours. Oh my God. So, okay, I don't know what book to read next. But I'm going to bring up, I'm not going to show you, but I'm, I'm going to tell you what's in my library. So I have, what the hell is this one? Um, oh, A Vindication of the Rights of Woman with Strictures as Political and Moral Subjects. I can't. Like, with the wording from back then, I can't. Then there's like A Witch Shall Be Born. There's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Idle Thoughts of an Idle Fellow. I was gonna read that because it's kind of funny. Little Women, Mysticism and Logic and Other Essays by Bertrand Russell. The Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe. Uh, the Golden Rules of Making Money by P.T. Barnum. So that was, I actually looked at those. They were very interesting. The Age of Reason by Thomas Paine. I think I've had enough Thomas Paine for today. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Roughing It by Mark Twain. Pride and Prejudice. Uh, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. The Man in the Iron Mask by Alexander Dumas. Uh, I hate this book so much, but I was like, fuck it. If anything was to put somebody to sleep, it would be this one. Kafka's Metamorphosis. Ugh, how I hate it. There's The Power of Words, which I want to do. The Secret Garden. The Vampire Maid. The Virgin and the Gypsy. And that's by D.H. Lawrence. And The War of the Worlds. So, what do you know? What do you think, guys? Always good, always a win. A witch shall be born. What's that about? I'm guessing a witch being born. I don't know. You gotta imagine though, like these books, they're public domain, so their copyright has run out, which is like a lifetime and 70 years. And I had to find this list to find these books. Then I had to find an e-reader that would read them because they're not regular format. And it's just like, ugh. Secret Garden's also good. So is War of the Worlds. Wonderland is great. 20,000. I don't know if 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is public domain now. I'd also like to look for the one with the mirror. Not a mirror, the painting. Oh, Dorian Gray. I would love to find Dorian Gray and read that. Uh, the Virgin and the Gypsy is interesting. Especially, I think it was really interesting for the Virgin because gypsies, a little wild, a little wild. Um, is Metamorphosis the bug story? Yes, it is the story of how man, feels himself slowly turning into something he detests, and all his, his badness and his evils and his insecurities turn him piece by piece into this big roach. And well, not for nothing. Or is he a beetle? I can never tell. I think he's a beetle. Pretty sure he's a beetle because he doesn't have the big antennas. But yeah, no, that I read the whole book. I've read it several times, but it's just like it's so hard to get through because it puts me to sleep instantly. It's just like ugh. But I think nothing will beat common sense because I was like the first time I tried doing it, I was like, "Fuck this! I got to read the whole thing by myself because I don't know what these words are." I was like, "I can't pronounce them." Monarchical and papitstical. I was like, "Wait a minute, these don't exist." I should not laugh. But yeah, I was like, "These fuckers don't exist anymore." I was like, "Yeah, good luck figuring out what the hell it is." But there's enough context there to figure them out. But that book really did have some interesting and very relevant points. It talked about the difference between government and society. That, yes, why government might be a necessity sometimes, it's more natural to lean towards society to govern themselves in as many ways as possible because they are going to do what's in their best interest as a group because they're living as a group. They're not living, individually. And it sounded very communisty, but it was like, but no, like I understand where he was going with that. And he really broke down why kings were rejected, why we had a valid reason to reject them, other than the fact that they're all the fucking way over there. And they're this teeny tiny little country when, their teeny tiny little country like fits like in New Jersey. Uh, it's just like, okay, here. But they're gonna rule us. And they pointed out like all the ways that kings are ridiculous, that the whole idea of kings is ridiculous. Because what they have is they have one person who they arbitrarily pick or who conquers them, which that's not a great place to start. And they're ordained by God. Now, they go into scripture and everything. Like he goes into scripture saying, God said, "You will not have idolatry of anybody but me." You're not, and that's the thing. They're worshiping their king. They should only worship the King of Heaven, is what Thomas Paine says. And he's right. And it's the making of a king is actually very blasphemous. It's a sin. And then supposedly, like, God said that he was turning his back on the people because they chose a king. They chose to worship a king in the same way they tried to worship him. And it was like a whole big thing. But there were kings like Saul in the Bible. He won, in battle. So he became king. He did not necessarily think he was going to pass his crown on to his son. He got to pick the king, and he you know, David wound up being the king. Um, he didn't exactly pick him, but he kind of did. God picked him at any rate. And then he picked Bathsheba and fucked it all up. So wait. If you do Alice, you could do chapters. I was gonna do the storybooks. I figured I'd do like 1 or 2 chapters at a time. I could actually like do 10 chapters in a row and then just break it up. Uh, or I could do just 10 separate, whatever, depending on how many chapters there are. I really wish I had the actual book in front of me because reading it on the screen is killing my eyes. It's fun though. I haven't read in so long that like my brain needs an adventure. And it was fun reading that common sense thing because it was wacky. It was out of there. It was, like my brain was like, this is not how we talk. I was like, no, it's not how we talk, but figure it out, bitch. Like, you can do it. You can do it. And I did it. And it was fine. Animal Farm is good. I've never read Animal Farm or 1984. I was going to read 1984, and then I didn't want to anymore. I was like, I just don't want to. I already see too much going on. I don't want to know what was predicted or whatever. Like, just let me be surprised. I know I said I hate surprises, but these are surprises that I know are coming. Just saw a cool story about Genghis Khan. He married his daughters off, then sent the husbands to die in front lines, and all the daughters inherited the husband's lands. Yeah, that's how he did it. And he installed them as like regents or whatever, and then sent his men to go marry them, and then his men would take their men with them and take over all the villages and whatever. And like not villages, it was like kingdoms. And it was all his domain. His own blood's not going to go against him, because they hope one day maybe they'll make it to his seat. But yeah, he was an interesting dude. He was definitely that entire dynasty, like that whole time frame. That was God. They must have had like such a life. I mean, dirty and like really really hard, but oh my God, the constant battle. That's what they lived for. I could never imagine being in that state of stress all the time. Because they had to have like that adrenaline pumping. No wonder why they were always so jerky. Make really like rash decisions or whatever. There was no sitting around. That's what men used to do. Oh God, they used to just make decisions. I remember those times. And we just did what they said. I don't ever remember my grandfather saying, okay, everybody get their stuff, put your shoes on, put your coats on. We're going for a drive. I don't ever remember saying no. That was not an option. There was no option on the plate. It was get the fuck in the car. And I'm like, okay. Like, all right, we're getting in the car. Guess we're going for a ride. Pee first. All right. Suzanne said, yep, I hear you, T3. That's why I do kazoo. You're a jerk. Oh, Heidi Night TR. Hopefully, it won't be as bad as I remember. My 20 something never again. Greyhound ride. Possible TR. Sometimes they're cool people. George Orwell's books aren't public domain yet. Nope. I'm just saying I haven't read it. T-Rex, thanks for the info. Yeah, no, I know his books aren't public domain yet. Made you LOL, bitch. Yes, you did. Oh, it's good to laugh. It's good to laugh. I think people need to have more laughter in their lives. I really do. and not malicious laughter. That doesn't that doesn't make anybody feel better. Maybe in the minute, but I don't know. I don't want to do petty. I don't want to do drama. I want to do my vids. I want to do my lives, and I want to have fun. I want to meet people. And I want to talk to tons of people. And I don't know. I want to just create stuff. I want to talk, and I want to, talk about anything. Talk about books. Talk about art. Talk about movies. Talk about the weather. I don't care. I want conversations. I think there's nothing in the world like an open dialogue, having a conversation with somebody, exchanging ideas, exchanging information, swapping jokes. It doesn't matter. It's communicating that really matters. Maybe you're not a talker, maybe you're a listener. that that would be good. But I need somebody who will talk back. Like I need I need feedback. That's not a dig at anybody. I've always said that I need feedback. I need stuff to process. Otherwise, my brain starts coming up with bullshit and then off I go. So, T Rex, keep your eyes on the prize. You earned this truck. Oh, yeah. FOMO is real. Yes, FOMO is the struggle is real. It really is. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. But, I just want everybody to have fun again. I don't need them to have fun with me. I just want everybody to have fun and just stay in their lane. Like, I don't need beef with anybody. I'm too old so I can fight this bullshit. It's bullshit. How have you been doing, Shelly? I think about you often after I saw your video from the hospital. Well, I mean the all the sores have healed, so I have a new the end of July in the lymphedema clinic. They sent me compression garments, which they hurt a lot. They hurt a lot, so I can't wear them. So they're sending different ones. Because they didn't realize because they didn't measure me. This is just like a precaution thing until I can see them, and it's just yeah, no, it's not good. It's not good. Um, it's just hard to walk, but I mean, I'm other than that, I'm good. I get like brain fog. I get really moody, really, really moody. I have a hard time sleeping, obviously, and I don't know. It's a struggle. It really is. I find myself saying and doing things that I normally wouldn't, and reacting in ways that I normally wouldn't, even with my kids. And it's weird. I don't I don't like when my personality changes without my consent. Where I wind up with the behavior that's like, where'd that come from? Like I had no say in that. Shelly, did you cut back your cigs after you smoked the carton? Your mom got you like you wanted to. Yes, I did. I said before you got here, it's been a week. I haven't had a cigarette in a little over a week because I stopped on Tuesday, last Tuesday, not this Tuesday. And I got my vape, and I got such a deal on the flavored vape. Oh my goodness. They were doing a clearance sale on this site that I happened to stumble across. I mean, I was looking for the vapes, but I don't know how I wound up on this because I know I didn't click on it, but it was there. Uh, then again, I was high. But anyway, they had a clearance sale. So I had them. They're like $15 vapes, and I got them for $5 a piece or less. And then there was a Father's Day sale, so I got 25% off and free shipping. So I got like 11 vapes for less than $50. It was great. I was so happy. So happy. Yay. But it's much better. My voice is better. My throat is better. I can smell again, which my incense is strong. I did not realize how strong it was because I couldn't smell anything. Now I smell everything, and it's like, ugh. I can even smell the damn cat. I'm like, mm. It's one of the reasons I enjoyed smoking. I didn't smell anything after that. Oh, hey, Crystal. Good eye. What the hell time is it over there? You're what? Not 5 hours. I forget how much. Can't stay, but hitting the like. Oh, thank you. I'm leaving the stream running in the background and all that jazz. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. T-Rex tracking. Hey, congrats, Shelly. Howdy, howdy. Crystal clear. Crystal clear. How's everything over in Aussie land? God, I can't believe it's winter for you guys. I would love for it to be winter again. I know the Canadians and everything don't, but I like the cold. I At least in the cold you can put more clothes on. When it gets hot and muggy, because that's the problem here, is the humidity. Like I hate living anywhere where you stick to everything. Like you just stick to everything. It's 7 p.m. over in Australia. Oh, nice. So she finished for the day. Although, no, well, Crystal Clear works really weird hours doing her stuff. So maybe she's just getting started. Last I heard, you worked a lot from home. I think that's what she said. I enjoyed working from home. It was nice, you know. The kids got a kick out of it because they got to see my cats because they were always like, "Hey, who you talking to?" But a whole year of remote teaching. By the time I hit May, I hit the wall so hard. Good God, it was. I was just like, I hate this job. I hate this. I hate like, hi guys. It was so stressful the last month. But it wasn't too bad because I mean usually we hit that wall around March. But then you get Easter break. So it's like, oh okay, I'm not gonna kill anybody because I have a week off. So it's like you get that little recharge. Then you go back in and you're like, all right, I only gotta do this shit for another 2 months. Because some years, oof, even when I was in aid, like oh my God, some of these classes that I had. Oh, I had the Velociraptor. Jesus, he was loud. He'd come in every day. I was like, oh God. I didn't go in the tent. Go in the tent. Go sleep. All right, go sleep. You tired? Go sleep. Stop screaming. Because he would start, then another one would do it, then another one would do it, and then he ha ha ha, and then the whole class is like out of order. It just drove me crazy. I loved the kid, I really did. But that screaming, oh my goodness gracious. We had a kid have explosive diarrhea in circle time and nobody noticed. And it must have shot out of the back of his pants, like over the top. Because, you know, like sometimes when they sit, it gaps a little in the back. And I heard him fart. And then I was like, what else I heard was like, oh no. And I was all the way in the back of the classroom. And our classroom is a double classroom. And I had to walk all the way to the front. I got about halfway there. I was like, whoa. And he's sitting there like nothing. And then I go to like I told, you know, the teacher at the time, I was like, "What happened?" And she's like, I was like, "Get them out. Like take them out of the classroom. Go, go." And she was like, "All right, guys, we're gonna go next door or whatever." And the kid gets up when I'm trying to get all these kids, and he runs into the bathroom that's in the thing, and I'm like, oh, no, he's literally trailing it everywhere. He got it all over the entire bathroom. I called his mother And I was like, you got to come clean him and dress him and take him home. I told the janitor. The janitor was like, it's all right. It's all right. I was like, no, it's not all right. Like, I can't bring my kids back in here. I was like, I need you to like clean. He goes to open the door to the bedroom. He was like, what the hell happened? I said, I'm not going in there. Nope, not doing it. Can't make me. Nope, that's above my pay grade. Nope. Mm-mm. Yeah, it was a travesty. Oh my god, it was like, oh. If you've ever seen Dogma and they have the Golgothan, the shit demon, that's what it looked like. Like it was everywhere. Heidi said, I vaped for a long time. It was scrumptious and so much cheaper. Yep. I loved knowing it was better for me, except I ended up doing it all the time. Not sure if I fucked up quitting because I also have asthma. Oh, I have asthma. According to them, I have COPD. It's like, you listened to my chest once. Like you didn't, you didn't even do any tests. What the fuck, lady? I love how these doctors just arbitrarily throw out diagnoses. She's like, oh yeah, you have COPD and emphysema. I just looked at her. I was like, what? I was like, you literally didn't even listen with the stethoscope. And she was like, oh, I don't have to. Oh, okay, Swami. Like, what the fuck? And either I wasn't using my asthma med enough, or because my asthma, I wasn't coughing the crap up the way I do with cigarettes. But I'm smoking a ton again now. I'm jelly of people that can vape. Listen, we all go back at some point. If if you need that. It's not good for you. I know that. I was doing like, God, at least a pack a day when she brought them. So it took me like a week and a half to run through them. But oh my God, like I had no voice. I had no voice. I had constant headaches. And it was just like, why'd she do this to me? But she does that. She sabotages me like all the fucking time. Never fails. It just never fails. It's just the way of the world. But yeah, no. And then I bought these THC. What are they? Oh, this is not a recommendation. This is just telling you what I bought. It is cotton candy. It's a sativa. Well, it's a hybrid, so it's like right in the middle. It's got THC. God, I can't read. Where are my glasses? Jesus, I'm so old. I have like these magnifying glasses. Oh, so I can see everything. 50-50 blend of Delta 8, THC, and HHC. THC and HHC cartridge. Do not use a vehicle while, yeah, no shit. I mean, it doesn't really like get me high, but it is very relaxing. So it's nice for during the day because like I'm up, but I'm not like, well, I haven't been up lately because I'm just not up. Oh no, poor baby. Raven Hood. I was promised cars, cats. Okay, cats. You were promised cats. Okay. What kind of cats? Let's see. How's that? There's the kitty. There's the kitty. That would be Boo. Boo is a boy. He's a pain in my ass. But he's a good boy. Because he's looking at me right now like, what'd you say, bitch? These cats are going to kill me one day. The little one, when I go to sleep, now she likes to wrap herself around my face. I'm like, great, I can't breathe like that. That's my boo boo. They called him Banjo when I went to adopt him. Ugh. She was like, his name is Banjo. I was like, not for long. She was like, but he's used to it. Not for long. He didn't give a fuck. I took him out. I said Banjo. He didn't look at me. I was like, I ain't calling him that. but he's got all four paws are white. So he's got, and they go up like almost to the hock, like halfway to the hock. And I said he's got little boots on, so I called him Boots. But that's too long, so I was just boo, and he's just yeah. What do you want? Nice kitty on the left, but who's the kitty on the right? The one on the right would be Boo. The one on the left would be me. Uh, we have a creepy perv substitute teacher for 2 weeks. Such a creeper. Always looking down the girl shirts. I fixed him, made chocolate chip cookies for him with 4 boxes. X-Lax. And other teachers went in there and took cookies. You know they did. Oh my god, that's such a good revenge. I love that. Cookie sleeps on my neck. Yeah, Boo is the boy, so he's bigger. Thank God he don't sleep on my neck because he'd kill me. Snips is the little girl. They named her Ashley. Ugh. Like I was gonna call like Ashley. No, like just no. Give me frou-frou names for these damn animals, and then try to tell me, well, you can't change it. Watch me. Like what the hell? I mean, not for nothing. Both of them call me a bitch. They literally walk over to the damn button that says bitch and press it. They have 3 buttons: food, treats, bitch. They sit by the empty bowl. They look at the bowl and then press the button, bitch, bitch, bitch. And it's my voice coming out of it because I had a program. It's like, ugh. They're fucking smart, though. Gets my attention. I'll be dead asleep and all of a sudden I hear, bitch, bitch. I'm like, no. Somebody feed the cats. All I know is not breathing scared me enough, yeah, to go back to cigarettes, which is the most illogical thing on earth. Right? See? I'm still getting things out though. Writing this out in a hearing T3 say it made me realize my justification was a bunch of bullshit. Girl, please. We can justify anything if you try hard enough. You can justify anything. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. Don't you hate when that happens though? Because you're like, no, I'm doing it because why the hell am I doing it? And you're just like, wait a minute, do I even want to do how the hell did I get sucked into this? I have those moments all the time. All the time. And it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Because I'm like, this was not what I wanted. I feel like Al Pacino in Godfather 3. This was not what I wanted. Like he gets so mad. He gets so mad. And they're like, oh, but dad, you diabetes. Shut up. He's the Godfather. He'll kill you. Silence! He'll kill you. The cat looked at me like, why? Like, oh, why am I being silent? But yeah. All right. It's a 5:15. I've been doing this an hour and 45 minutes. Um, what about the cats? I love my cats. They're crazy. I have one fucking fruit fly left in this house. It will not be caught. It won't land anywhere. It won't go near the strip of whatever the hell is on that damn fly thing that's for fruit flies. It won't go in the special vinegar mix that I make that always catches them. I mean, I caught like 100 of them last year. Now I can't catch the fucking one. And it keeps dive bombing my head, and the cat keeps trying to chase it, and she can't catch it, and it's frustrating her. And she just sits there like, all melancholy and because she's like a failure. You're a failure, just so you know. No, no, you don't get to play with that. No, no. You're a failure. Go kill the bug. I don't like fruit flies. I don't like them. Go get it. Go get it. Do your job. Come on. Earn your rent. Let's go. You know how much fucking money I spent on your food? I spend more on your food than I do on my own. And that's not a lie. Your fucking shit is expensive. She walked away from me like I insulted her personally. And now, she sat down with her back to me. She only does that when she's mad. And her ears are down in airplane mode, so she mad at me. Yes, I'm talking about you. You'll be all right. Did I hurt your fifis? Did I hurt your fifis? Oh, fuck your fifis. Get over it. It's fucked. Yep, I was so sure I was the vape. Reality, I wasn't using my inhaler enough and I wasn't coughing up crap. Because it had no freaking tar. Yeah. I mean, what you could do is take an expectorant like once every month or whatever. I mean, I don't really think it's going to be that bad. Got me kicked out of school. Oh, I want to get those buttons. They're so much fun. They really are. I mean, these cats, that was the one they went for instantly. They pushed all of them to like figure out what they said and whatever. But she's still sitting. It's so funny. She's sitting with her back to me with her ears down because she's like so insulted that I insulted her. You act like you speak English. I think she does. I really do. They're plotting my demise. They're just trying to figure out how to get the food. Like, damn it, we need her for food. She looked at me like, oh, yeah, good point. What'd you matter? I'm sorry. You forgive me? You forgive me? Nope. She turned her head away. 5-minute warning. Yay! Ah, Flip, I'm sad. Tazzy was everything. Oh, honey. Oh, look, she forgave me. She came over. Aw, who's Tazzy? Tazzy was your cat, I'm assuming? Did she pass? Or he pass? I had to put down my cat Sheba. I had her for 12 years. She was my mother's cat's offspring. And her and Connor literally grew up together. I mean, they did everything together. She was his bestie. She would watch him. She would sit on the table and just watch him do his homework. And if he like started to like lose focus, she would knock the pencil out of his hand. And he would be like, God damn it. And he'd go back to what he was doing. But she, she watched out for him. They'd have whole conversations. He would talk to her and she'd meow, 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 like right back at him. 25. Holy crap. The oldest I had was 21. I got a rescue when she was 18. She was super overweight. Like she was like 5 cats in one. Oh my god, it took 2 arms to pick her up. And I put her on a diet and it took her a year to come out of hiding in my house. And then once she did, I got her out with the fake mice. Oh my god, she loved to pounce on mice. She communicated with you? Commutated. You mean communicated? I hope you mean communicated. Please mean communicated. But yeah, no. Cats are something special. They always know when something's up. And this one, she likes to sleep on my chest because when I stop breathing, she taps my face and she wakes me up. And I was like, how do you, because my daughter told me, and I was like, how do you know that? She's like, I was watching it. You were just watching me stop breathing. Yeah, you don't stop breathing for that long. It's like, I mean, there's minimizing something and then there's minimizing something. And she really just don't give a shit. Honey, don't cry. Freaking badass cat. Light him up. Happy 420. Um, don't cry, honey. I mean, they wouldn't want you to cry. 25 years, they'd want you thinking, all the good things. I bet you could still feel them walking around, especially probably when you're in your favorite spot. I actually feel my cat walking along my leg, like along the outside of my leg. And my son can feel it when she does it to him too. And like he'll swear there's a cat sleeping next to him all night. And I'm like, the cats are in the living room. Like they haven't been in the bedroom all night because I sleep with the door locked because I'm just paranoid. But yeah, no, it's he feels it, and I feel her too. And it always feels good when I feel her walking along. And some people say, "Oh, it's your mind playing tricks on you." No, unfortunately, no. I see a lot more than just my cat. But it would be nice if they gave me warnings. No, never. Give me warnings for other people, but not for me. It's great. Ah, that was so good. It sucks how pets don't live as long. Yeah, but you know what? They live such lives. I mean, that's why their lives are short because they accomplish what they're meant to accomplish so quickly. They fundamentally change us as human beings. We learn to be nurturing for them, and they do their job. Think about how much joy they brought you, how much love. I mean, it takes a lot to always look at somebody and no matter what they smell like, look like, if they're like crying, depressed, if they're getting, like cancer treatments and they smell off, it doesn't matter to them. They're just gonna, that's my human, and I'm just gonna love them. And that's it. Animals are so much cooler than people. So much cooler. So yeah, I mean, when we lose one, it's like losing a bit of your soul. It really is. Um, Heidi, I'm really getting out of here now. It sounds like you're almost on your way out. My next project won't enable me to jump in that chat. I don't want to not be able to say goodbye to you or anyone else in here. All right. Well, good night, Heidi. Go do your thing. Can't believe it's 5:30 in the morning. Jesus. Heidi, 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 ho. Heidi, 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 hey. You make sure everybody else sings to you as well. That's the Heidi song. Give me a break. Um, yeah, no, I'm wrapping up. I just think it's sad that you know that you lost your kitty. I'm very sorry, um, Raven. It's never easy. It never is. But I don't know. I'm of the belief that they get to live shorter lives because they do so well at it. You know, like they're really, really they're so much better than people. God, that's all I want. I just want enough money to buy some land, put a little house on it for me and the kids, and I want my animals. I want my rescues. I want the three-legged dog. I want the raccoon that only has one eye. I want all the ones that, like they need the love. That's one of my red flags because I over love. And it could be a lot. And it comes across as like aggressive. And I just love a lot. I really do. I love hard. And then I get hurt. And then I just love less. I never stop. Never stop loving anybody. I don't do hate. I might not like you, And there are quite a few people in the world that I don't like, and I'm sure they don't like me, and there's probably more that don't like me. And I don't give a fuck. Like, that's life. We suck it up and we move on. Um, you don't have to like everybody, but I think everybody should be free to communicate with whoever they want. Um, yeah, you loved her the best. I know, honey. I know. I I don't think I ever cried as much as when I had to put Sheba down because it wound up she had like oh she had breast cancer and because she was a Persian and she didn't like being picked up, she always just laid on it. I never felt them and I couldn't see them and they were just killing her. Um, I was inconsolable for hours. I cried the whole way home. The poor Uber driver. He was like, "You okay? You okay?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Don't touch me." I was like, this, and I, because I get very like, "Don't touch me" when I cry. Um, a lot of people are like, "Oh, they want to hug you." I'm like, "Don't." Like, no, I can't. And I'll start like stimming. I'm like, "No, no, you can't touch me." Um, you can't suck it up. You got to feel it. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to miss them. I mean, you would do them a disservice if you didn't miss them, but you're also doing him a disservice by being so sad because he wouldn't want you to be sad. He would want you, or she would want you to be happy. Her, that's it, it's a her. She would want you to be happy. She would want you to feel, love and everything the same way she loved you. And if, maybe it's meant that you'll get another pet. I don't know. It might be too soon for you. It probably is. Um, and that's okay. You get to grieve. Your cat isn't just your cat. It's not a pet for most of us. It's one of your babies. It's your friend, it's your confidant, it's your playmate because they like to, chase the mice. And I have cats who think they're dogs and go and fetch shit. So it's like, all right. Um, my cat thinks she's like Willie Mays because she'll catch a freaking thing like way up in the air, land, and take off. Just like, all right. Um, they're crazy. But what are you supposed to do? You love them to death. Tons of empty houses here, cheap as fuck. I'd have to move to Canada though. And y'all have that euthanasia thing. And no, because I could just see me having a bad day, be like, hey, what you doing, guys? Yeah, no, I prefer somebody to make it not easy for me to be like, oh, let me make a bad decision today. I keep telling myself they don't do permanent things or temporary situations. Like, yeah, you're not gonna fix anything that way. But yeah, no, your cats are your babies. All our pets are our babies. I mean, you either get them from when they're really tiny, or you rescue them, or whatever. But you bond with them. I mean, cats, that's a special kind of thing because cats have to either understand you or they have to like you in order to be livable. Like, in order to live with the cat, they really have to like you. I mean, they have to be like, all right, you're an acceptable human. Like, I'll let you love me. It's fine. And then then they give the love back. Yeah, no, Raven, I don't like that whole idea that Canada's got going. And I'm sure we'll have that soon because, monkey see, monkey do. The monkey shits all over you. My cat is like, pet me, pet me. Yeah. Mine knew that I was sick before I went into the hospital. And I mean, they heard me screaming and they would hide and watch me from like the corner or watch me from under the television or under the entertainment center. And the screaming was what did it for them. They were just, oh no. But then they wouldn't leave me. Like they wouldn't go in the room with my son. They would stay out here and just, one always on my chest, one trying to get on my lap. And I didn't take it as a warning sign, and I guess I should have because they're so perceptive. But I mean, I'm sure they could smell the infection in my legs. So it's like I think they were worried. And my cats aren't real worriers. They're not exactly the most nurturing of cats, but it is what it is. But yeah, they knew. And when I came home, they were actually mad at me. I have two they have like tabby coats, but the little one is part I want to say Bengal because she's got that silver and whatever and she's got the dots instead of the lines on her belly on both sides of her belly. Like she's got the tabby head and then she's got dots going down like her sides. But plus she's hyper as fuck. Oh my god, she's so hyper. I have never had a cat like this ever in my life. She just jumps. She'll jump 6 feet up in the air, land, and zoom. It's like Speedy Gonzalez all over the house. And she's using me like I'm part of like her playground set. She's just running around, jumps on me, jumps back off, and I got claw marks all over. It's like that's great. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm tired. Where's my treat, bitch?" Like he just fucked up my whole house. I would not pay attention to her yesterday, and I was trying to sleep, and she kept knocking shit over. And I was like, I swear to God, if you make me get up, it didn't matter. You'd hear like the metal on the wood of her pulling my son's keys, and I'm like, don't you drop the bang keys. And so, now I got to get up and get the fucking keys. And eventually, I just left them on the floor. I was like, fuck it, he'll find them in the morning. Because she just kept doing it over and over and over and over. I'd remove her, I'd turn around, she was right back where she was. She's a fast little thing. Having my kitty is a short-haired tortie. Aw. Yeah, I saw the picture of your cat. So cute. I love tortoises. You want an orange? No, no, no. Mm-mm. Nope. Orange cats are so cute, but they're so temperamental and so stubborn. Oh my god, so stubborn. I had one with the extra the extra toe on each foot. Jamal, we called him Jimmy. But yeah, he had extra toes. He was so sweet. So sweet. I had George, he was a just a regular tabby. He's the one that I was walking past the bathroom and I like stopped and I called my husband over. I was like, look in the bathroom and tell me what you see. He's like, what was it? Oh, is he doing? Yeah. Are you sure? Yep. Pretty sure. But yep. Cat's peeing in the toilet. I was like, yep. Okay. I thought I was seeing shit. I was like, okay. I just rescued him. I was like, all right, that's a nice thank you. No litter box for you. He even pooped in the toilet. It was weird. And it was so funny because the toilet, like he was a tiny cat. And he had to like he had to position his feet wide apart on the sides and like hold on to the front with his claws. And he just peeked. And he had better aim than the dudes in my house. It was like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, it was funny. It was funny. Seriously, brain cell. Mm, mm. Pets guard bathrooms, bigot. My pets don't guard the bathrooms. They fucking make their way in. Because unfortunately, my door for my bathroom, I don't know how they hung these damn doors, but there's about an inch of space underneath between the door and the floor. And it's a marble door stop. So it's a door sill. So it's like, what the fuck? And it's just it's so much so like they hurt themselves trying to get in. So now we don't even close the door. The little one, oh my god. She was pushing her way under that door so bad that she cut her nose. Oh my god, the meow. Oh my god. It was like somebody was killing her. I was like, Jesus Christ, you're fine. She barely bled. Actually, it's not true. She bled quite a bit. But and she was like a kitten. So I was like, oh god. Can't even take pictures of you. People think I'm abusing you. All because I tried to lock her out of the bathroom. It was funny. I took a bubble bath when I first got her and I left the door open because of how she is. But I had all the lights out and I had candles and I had music going, incense, and I'm laying there all nice and like comfortable. And she came over. My eyes were closed. I did not see her until I heard her. And what I heard was her ass hitting the water and meow. Like, I was like, oh shit. She clawed the fuck out of my leg. But I eventually I got her up and like I tried to like hold her so I could towel her off, but nope, she took off. I was like, I called my son. I was like, please go wipe her off, otherwise she's gonna set fire to the fucking house or she's gonna get electrocuted or some shit. So she went with him, but oh my god, drove me crazy. Uh, I have a question about the bathroom. Okay, what's your question? Please don't be weird about it. Or be weird, whatever. You could not possibly ask me a worse question than Toy Box Brain. So if I welcome his questions, which I do, then you're welcome to ask me anything. Yeah, T3, I wouldn't let you self delete. I'd kick your ass. Thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Most times it just takes somebody just telling me, reminded me that's permanent and the problem is not. If if I hear logic and I can how do I explain it? If I can cut off the emotion and logic can get through, I'm fine. But my problem is my emotions take over and logic goes right out the window. And all I am is one big hurt feeling. And it's not even like new hurt. It's like every hurt. They just stick to it. I collect trauma like one of those rubber band balls. Like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually it's gonna bounce on me and kill me. But yeah. Oh my god, I trained a cat to use the toilet. It's easy. Yeah, no, see, my cats are stupid. I love them. Stupid. They're good with puzzles. Like I said, I think Boo is autistic because I have to do compression, like I have to hold him tight, like use pressure on him to calm him down when he starts with his tail shaking and then and he starts getting all like, looking for mommy and whatever. Um, so I think he's autistic, but I wouldn't want to try to toilet train him. Like, it'd be great if I could because litter is expensive and it's stinky. But yeah, no, I barely had the patience to potty train my kids. Yeah, no. Now, see, now she came over. She's like, "What are you talking about? I'm talking about you peeing in the toilet. You want to show me that you understand English? Pee and poop in the toilet, not on the toilet, in the toilet." Just go up on the toilet, balance, and let it fly. And if it goes anywhere else, Katie will clean it. Not me. Katie. Maybe Connor. I'd like to see me get Connor to clean that. That'd be funny. That would never happen. That would never happen. But yeah, no. Listen, if I could, that's one of the reasons why I love cats. I don't have to walk them. If you take a metal coat hanger and shape it in a circle, then tape a garbage bag to it with litter, the cat will use it slowly over time. Remove the litter and the cat is trained. Oh shit! That is amazing. Oh, see, now I want to try it. God damn it. What are you looking at? I'll fight you. She gives me such a look. She fucking, oh, you got such attitude. I love you, Snips. You good girl. You good girl. You so pretty. I'm so high. Lord, girl. Ah. Oh, for the love of God. All right, so I got my first solo live out of the way. It sucks. But it was not about quality. It was more about me, you know, jumping back in the pool. So that's what I'm doing. It's summertime, 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 summertime. What was I gonna say? So Raven, I thought you had a question about the bathroom. What happened? Pets guard bathrooms. I still think that's hilarious. My pets did not guard the bathroom. They demolished the bathroom. Oh my god, you know what it's like when you're trying to get toilet paper and they're like, "Oh, that's to play with, right?" And they're scratch, scratch, scratch. Like, no. And then you wind up with all the shredded toilet paper. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Until she learned not to unroll the toilet paper, I used to use what you call, I don't know if you've ever seen the on the old Ace bandages, they had these little metal clips with teeth that went both directions. So it was easy to just put that on the toilet paper and turn it in. And once she like went around the first couple times and nothing happened, she just was like, "Oh, it's no fun anymore." She went back to attacking her mice. Not real mice, the little fake mice. I don't have real mice. Thank God. The only thing I have in this house that don't belong is this one freaking fruit fly that just won't die. I don't understand why it won't die. It's like, no, I'm not going near food. I'm not gonna land. It doesn't land. It's just flying around, bugging me out. No pun intended. Uh, called me out. Well, I'm just saying. You had a question. I answer any question you ask me. The answer might be it's none of your goddamn business, but I'm still gonna answer it. I won't ignore you, no matter who you are. Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? Go to Middleton Court. What? Go to Middleton Court. I don't get that. Is that a reference to something? Because Ravenhood. Ravenhood. Wow, it took me 2 hours to get that. I am fucked up. Oh god, my laugh just started out like a Christmas song. What the hell was it? God rest ye merry gentlemen. I went, ha, 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 ha. Uh, oh, Middleton's a judge. Easy peasy. Really. Oh, there's two different people. Oh, Suzanne. Yeah, I gotta try that. Oh my god. Do you know how happy I would be if both of them fucking like got potty trained? Jesus, that would be so much better. Ugh. Uh, Middleton's a judge. Why? What's Middleton doing? The only judge I know is Judge Alex. Solid 7 in chat. I didn't really expect anybody to show up because, it is early as shit. And this was not announced. It was not planned. This was me going, yeah, stop being a pussy and go do it. So I was like, all right. I didn't plan on being this high, but then again, these vapes are new and I'm getting accustomed to how they hit me with with the bong. Kind of feel like one enhances the other. Because on its own, it's pleasant. I mean, it's got that cotton candy kind of taste to it, but it relaxes me, but it doesn't like get my head high. The bong gets my head high. So I like the combination though. Because the vape effect, I can't talk, lasts a lot longer than the regular bud, at least the one that I have. I got to get new bud. I'm down to like my last 3 joints, well, blunts. And mainly I've been breaking them up and putting them in the bong. I'm so glad Moose gave me that that website because that's where I got this one and I really like this bomb. It gives really good hits and it's so easy to clean. Oh, I love that it's so easy to clean. 11 likes, not bad. 11 likes is not bad for a stream where I just ramble on and talk about my feelings. At the end of the day, it has been a real shit 10 days. Um, I did a lot of changing. And you can't change. Everybody's like, oh, you can't change that fast. You can, but you have to maintain it. Changing something, you could do it right away, but you have to practice it and continue it and be consistent with it. And that's what I have to do. I have to, and I've been good. Um, I have been trying very hard to at least step out of my comfort zone and do things on my own. Go to chats that I normally wouldn't. Um, I got my own Discord server, which terrified me before, but it's a necessary evil if I want to ever like send links out to people or whatever. And I'd like to talk to people. I've always liked talking to people. So like I can't get DMs from them if I don't have a place for them to DM me. So, you know, so I have my own server. That's great. I don't have a clue what what to do or like I need a music bot and I'm going to have to play with that and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I did ask for help and I didn't yeah, that didn't work out so well. So it's like I won't ask again. I don't like asking for help more than once. Uh Hi kitty. Oh, but what else did I do? The reading thing, I don't know how well it's gonna be, but I wanted to do something out of my normal routine. I didn't want to repeat, past whatevers. Um, and I just wanted something that was not something I needed to really think about. I wanted something that, I could either educate or I could amuse. There's a couple of joke books that are weird. I think I'm gonna jump around those. But they're humorous books, but I don't know, it's weird humor. But I do like the books that I picked. I was gonna do The Art of War, but it's a little long. Um, like they have all sorts of ones. They have things by Nietzsche. They have they have slave stories. They have migrant stories. They have all these different like the industrial era. Um, there's actually one that I wish they had about the industrial era. It was a book that I read in like grammar school or something, but it opened my eyes to a lot of things that I didn't understand before, like a lot of factory work things and like it really I didn't understand when all our, like well not my parents, but like my friends' parents, they would go to work 5:30 in the morning and they would get home at like 7 o'clock at night and they'd be just dripping in sweat or they'd be covered in like, fabric threads and whatever. And I just took it for granted. Okay, they went to work. Like I never thought of the conditions. I never thought that like her parents were barely 4'11", maybe, maybe. They spoke no English. And trust me, my Italian was so rusty at that point. Oh my God. Her mother used to smack me every time I got a word wrong. But and it's not my family, not my family. She just used to, no, no, stupida. And she smacked me in the head every time. Be like, all right, sorry, I'm sorry, senora, sorry, sorry. But yeah, she was funny. But you didn't fuck with her. She was mean. She was so mean. God. I I was I went to their house one Sunday for dinner. Hey, nerd. I went to their house one Sunday for dinner and I got there early because Anna and I wanted to, I wasn't supposed to say her name, but whatever. We were supposed to play. And whatever, we're playing when it's time for dinner. Okay. We go upstairs. She gives me a little wine. Holy shit. I guess it was his homemade wine because he made wine. And I was 2 sips in, I couldn't see straight. I was like, "Nope, I'm done." I was like, "I'm done." I go home, my grandmother goes, "Do you know what you ate?" I was like, "What?" She goes, "What it tastes like?" I said, "I don't know, it's kinda gamey, kinda chewy, like a little I guess like a little stringy." And she's like, "Mm." I said, "Mostly I ate like the flowers from the eggplant, that they would dip in batter and you fry them up and they're delicious." And she said, "You ate rabbit." I said, "I ate what?" She was like, "You ate a rabbit." I was like, "Ugh, ugh." Like, "No, no, no." She was like, "Yep, those were rabbit meatballs." I was like, "No, oh my god." I was so upset. But the mother used to say, "Oh no, you get the rabbit and you kick." I can't do an Italian accent. I don't know why. I am fully Italian. Can't do an Italian accent. It comes out Russian. I don't know why. Yeah, she was like, she goes, "You just take the rabbit and you just click." And I was like, she made the motion to break its neck. I was like, "I can never do that." She was like, "If you're hungry, you do it," in Italian. But I was like, "All right." But I mean, she taught me how to cook too. She made sure, like on the weekends, if I went over, because we were very, very quiet. Like we're studying and we actually studied. And it was so stupid. But we didn't play games because I mean we didn't her and I we didn't really grow up like everybody else. I mean my generation, yeah. But like other people outside my generation wouldn't get it. That by the time we were like 4 or 5, we were doing stuff that we don't even send 13 and 14-year-olds to do now. Nobody thought shit about, oh, send Michelle to the store, 5 years old. Okay. Somebody would help me cross the street. Somebody helped me cross the street. It's only two things. Boom, boom. Tell me go around the building. Don't walk through the parking lot. Okay. But I mean, we had very few cars that were barreling through. So it was like I was perfectly safe. Now, oh my god, they would have me arrested if I sent my kid. I used to go to the fucking candy store to get my grandfather his cigarettes, or my mother her cigarettes, or my aunt her cigarettes. And then when I hit 15, I went for my cigarettes. 15 years old, everybody sold me cigarettes. Nobody even blinked. And we had that 18 or over crap that was there was always the sign. You and your sign. God, my our what are they called? The bodegas. They used to sell what we call Lucy's. And Lucy's are just single cigarettes. So when I started smoking, Lucy's were they were 10 cents. They were double what you would normally pay. Because we when I started smoking, it was $1.05 for a pack of cigarettes. Now it's like 12 bucks. And it's not that I'm that much older, it's that those prices were ridiculous. Like in 1 year, it went from like 3 bucks to 9 bucks. I was like, "Are you shitting me? What happened?" And New York was even worse. Oh my god. I forget. And if you go near an airport, you're paying like easy 25 bucks for 1 pack of cigarettes. It's just disgusting. It is disgusting what they do. And they get away with it. And it's just like, okay, so it is now cheaper to smoke weed than it is to smoke cigarettes. That's sad. That is fucking sad. Oh, we should do a stream about like the medical things at some point that people thought were good. Like I think, well, fuck it, I'll do it now. Um, I think it was really funny that they used to put heroin in like everything. They sold cigarettes for people with asthma to help them breathe better. Doctors smoked cigarettes because it helped them breathe better. All these fuckers, like, where were they getting this information? Philip Morris, because that's Winston. What the fuck's the other one? Lucky Strike? Maybe the Camel people. Like, unreal. The heroin that they used to put in everything. They put heroin or opium in like cough syrup, headache medicine, um, radium. Radium was put in soap. It like on purpose. On purpose. They used to use glow in the dark paint for watches, and it turns out I believe they had radium, like shavings of radium in them, or powdered radium. And the women who used to paint the faces of these wristwatches or these clocks, so that they glowed in the dark, they used to use just a regular paintbrush, and they would dip it in the thing. And what's the natural thing to do if you don't know that, for most painters, they're gonna use their tongue to wet the brush if they have nothing else. They go, and there you go. And they didn't have cups of water or anything, so that's what they did. They would take, paint, 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 and then that was it. So these women were getting cancer, like tons of young girls, like right away, and they were getting it so bad, and they were dying off, and they were known as the Radium Girls because they basically, all died of radium poisoning from making these damn clocks. And they were so proud to have these jobs because they paid really, really well. Not well enough to give you cancer. Sorry. I have such dry mouth. Oh my god. But yeah, there were the Radium Girls, and what else? There was like when Margaret Sanger first started Planned Parenthood and she introduced like birth control. They introduced it in Puerto Rico and did not tell the women that it would sterilize them because it was so strong. And they were sterilizing people by the dozens. Like, yeah, this was like Tuskegee all over again. And you had these women who they just didn't want to get pregnant right now. But no, they're on this new birth control that they're just handing out like candy. Never been tested, so they were like, fuck it, we'll test it on humans. Where can we test it on humans? Nobody gives a shit about. They went to Puerto Rico. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Because they know that down there they don't want to have more kids, damn it. Like, but they're hot blooded. They want to have sex, but they don't want to have the kids. I'm in touch with that emotion. I'd love to have sex, but not have any more kids. That'd be great. That ship has sailed and sunk. It's somewhere around where the Titanic is now. Speaking of that, um, I feel terrible. I said a lot of prayers. I think that's what started me on the damn overthinking thing because I was like, what would I do if that was my kid or that was my husband, or that was my father? Like, how tormented would somebody be knowing what they're going through? And getting away from it is impossible. You can teach them the flashlight. Oh my God. God, Suzanne, you know how to do everything. I want to be you when I grow up. I do. I actually do. What was I saying? God damn it. I forgot what I was talking about. Shit. And it was a good one too. I think the medical thing. Yeah, so okay, so they give them all this birth control. They're having allergic reactions. They're having horrible, horrible periods. They're having blood clots. They're getting migraines. They're all over the place. They're getting varicose veins and shit. And nobody's like, oh, maybe they should stop taking them. No, keep taking them. They'll have to go through you to be effective. Oh my God, how do you just experiment on humans? I wonder how many times they've done this to us. I really do. Because Big Pharma sucks. But I do. I wonder how many times they've done that through history and now. I can guess since I'm suffering the effects of it. But yeah, no, like when they do all this medical stuff, it's like, oh my God. I don't I don't understand that type of cruelty. I understand you want to do something for science. It's for science. Well, some things can't be for science. If it's unethical, it should not be allowable. But then what do? We start talking about ethics, we start talking about philosophies of ethics, and now all of a sudden the goalpost for that ethic is moved all the way over to make sure that you have an easy path to go do what you wanted to do anyway. It's just, oh, my politics is so dirty. God, it's so dirty. I always heard that politics like makes strange bedfellows or whatever. I didn't really understand it until like the last couple years because the most unlikely of people get together and you can't trust anybody. Even the ones that I'm like, yeah, I like him. They're like, oh, you trust him? Nope. I don't trust none of them. They would sell out their mother if they had to, if it profited them enough. If they're going to turn their backs on their own constituents, I ain't got a shot in hell of them ever defending me or like passing something for my better interests. It's like, ugh, it's terrible. It feels like life is kind of a failure because I feel so ineffectual. I look at the world and I'm like, well, what can I do? Yeah, I can vote. Ooh, like that doesn't seem to matter anymore. Never in my life would I have thought that. I mean, I thought it with Bush when they did the recount. It was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, of course you're going to win your brother's state. I mean, come on. I grew up in Hoboken. I know how the fucking, the game works. I was like, ugh, whatever. So I mean, that didn't even surprise me. Tampering with elections, Hoboken. Dolly Sinatra used to campaign for certain politicians that, they saw her way of thinking, they turned a blind eye to the things she did, um, and they gave her husband a nice job as fire chief. He was a saloon owner. First, he was a boxer, then he was a saloon owner, and then she did a little, favor for the mayor to be, and um, and what you call it? Um, the only thing she wanted was, well, I mean, a free place to live, and she wanted her husband to have a good paying job with full insurance because he was asthmatic and with some kind of, stature in the community because, they were tired of being put down because they were Italian because they were immigrants. And I remember they lived across the street from my aunts. I remember the stories my grandfather would tell me. He would say, Sinatra, that little punk. Little punk. Skinny little shit that he was. Because they knew him. They knew him when he was young. They knew him when he, skipped school, when he used to smoke cigarettes at like 6 years old. These were hardcore kids. Hoboken kids were not a joke. Jersey City kids were not a joke. These were urban kids. We had nothing but sweatshops all through the town. Sweatshops and just factory after factory after factory. This entire town turned into a factory town, which meant everybody here had a job. I mean, we didn't have unemployed people. We just didn't. But it meant that you were working in a fucking factory and you were working your ass off. But that's how they made it work. And things were affordable. If they worked, if the two of them both worked, then they could afford a mortgage. No problem. The houses around here went for like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. If, it was a big one, it was like, oh, maybe like 80,000. And that's the mansions that are up in Castleton. So it's like, it was easy back then to buy a house because you could afford it. You're making decent money. You could afford it working in the factories. You know, who had a business? A lot of people ran businesses out of their home. They started like pizza businesses and stuff like that, food services, and they'd have their kids run the orders out. Or you had the butchers. I mean, everybody had a specialty. It was beautiful. But now it's just there's no family feel to it anymore. Everything's fancy and polished and new and yeah, while that's great, it feels like they just erased everything that I knew. If it wasn't for the churches and the parks, staying the same, I mean, they've added parks, but they didn't change the parks that we had. Thank God. But I mean, if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't even feel like my town. I miss living in my old neighborhood because things don't really change that much down there. But like up here, I live with all the frou-frou people. It's maddening. Morning sickness pill that caused effed up disfigured babies. Oh, the thalidomide. That was yeah. I remember my mother telling me about the thalidomide babies. That was bad. That was yeah, that was you're not even talking about like slight disfigurement. Like these babies were coming out with no arms whatsoever or no legs. They'd come out with like half a face. Oh, and that's what happens when you don't have an ultrasound. It's like, can't see nothing Everything back then was a surprise. My mother was super surprised. I shot out of her. Um, Fluorescimide. Fluorescimide. It was called thalidomide over here. Might be the same thing. Maybe thalidomide is the brand name. It's even in that damn Billy Joel song. Children of thalidomide. But yeah, I remember like, oh, they reminded me of the Elephant Man, and I know his condition was completely different. It's funny because I watched it with my son not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago, right before I got sick, because he was wondering, he was like, "What the hell is an Elephant Man?" And I was like, "You've never seen anything about the Elephant Man?" He was like, "No." He was like, "Is it a story?" I said, "It was a real dude." I was like, he was a real guy. I was like, this is a real, condition. And he was like, well, I don't get it. So we watched the movie, and he was so upset that that people made fun of him, and they're trying to turn him into a monster. And I was like, yeah, well, people fear what they don't understand. They fear the things that are new because, oh my God, this is like, he's a monster. He's ugly. I'll tell you something, the biggest monsters I've ever met were some of the prettiest people you've ever seen. I don't judge the monster based on the outside. The outside's a mask they choose to wear for good or for bad. It's what's inside. That's the monster. And some monsters are only activated by certain, things, like certain substances, like alcohol. Alcohol's a big one for monsters. But I went off on a tangent. Damn it. But yeah, no, there's tons of like medical stuff that they did. Just like this, oh, there's so many like things out there that I never even fathomed them being true. Like the fact that there's still slaves in the world, like actual slaves. Like there's, I think there is. I'm not going to say what chocolate company. There's a very big, like chocolate company that owns like everything, and they have like the cocoa, um, the cocoa whatever over there, and they have kids working the fields. 8-minute warning. That's gonna be my last bake. I think. I think I'm gonna end up going to sleep. But yeah, they have kids, child labor, and they're not paying them. They just have kids, and it's like the hell. I did not know shit like that existed in the world. That's how naive I am. And I'm sure they could get these kids to work for like literal pennies. Ugh, it'd probably work for a fucking sandwich. And it's so sad because these are little kids. I never thought that that would still exist in the world. But that's like, I always say it's very hard to offend me. That offends me on the highest level. That offends me because that's not something any government should allow. It's hard enough getting through life without having to constantly have a master, to have a boss 20. Can you imagine having the same boss 24/7? Oh, hell no. That would drive a bitch crazy. Mm-mm. And these kids, that's what they got. They have handlers 24/7. They don't have parents. And the ones that do, I doubt they're doing much parenting because they're tired. They're working just as hard. It's crazy. I really used to like looking into all that kind of stuff and listening to podcasts about them. And um, oh my God, there was Bailey Sarian used to do like the murder and makeup and mayhem. Oh my god, I loved her. I literally spent like 2 months during lockdown just watching her. Like, I watched every single video she ever put out, and she taught me a lot, like, a lot, and it stuck with me, which was, that was really good. But, yeah, she's so interesting, and I love to watch her do her makeup because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when women do their makeup, as they're doing it, they look absolutely disgusting and shocking and hideous and just, oh my god, just horrible. Ugh. When they do like that highlighting and then it's dark and then it's light and then it's dark and then they're like it's pancaked on their face. I don't understand. Make it make sense. Why would you want that much makeup on your face? I'd be afraid my face would crack. Crack. Like it's it would uh-uh. And if you hug somebody, you're gonna leave like what are you like? It's the Shroud of Turin. You're leaving behind your imprint like Jesus. Like stop. Suzanne. Yeah, I got the name wrong. I got everything wrong. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I don't see the appeal of the 2 inches of makeup. Did you find out what happened with the submersible? Have they found it? Have they heard? Do they still hear it? With the night gone, it's like, ugh. Tell me, Suzanne, tell me. Ugh, don't forget there's a delay between what I can see and you writing it or you typing it and me getting it. But oh, I said so many prayers for them. I don't even know them. Like I couldn't even tell you his name. I know he was a billionaire and that was it. I don't think his son was with him, which, you know, should have been a really cool, experience, but I can't imagine that kind of terror. I really can't. God, it sucks. It really does. Anyway, so yeah, we're waiting to hear about the submersible, and I really hope that they found them and just haven't been able to tell anybody. Like they're giving them care or whatever. That would be amazing. But I think that's a pipe dream at this point. I do. But maybe they'll beat the odds. Maybe there's more air in there than they think. God, I mean, but what happened? Was it the engine? Did they hit something? Did something hit them? That could very easily have happened because these whales are out of control. Sharks like to fuck with shit. I mean, they could have broken something. But I mean, how far off could it have gone? I mean, if it lost engine power, I guess it drifted. But it couldn't have drifted that fucking far. How do they not have a GPS tracker on it either that goes that deep? Terrible. Oh, it's just so frustrating. It's senseless, is what it is. But I guess, if God doesn't save them, then that's Him teaching us all a lesson. You know, money doesn't make you happy, money can't buy you safety. And, even no matter how much money you have, you're still mortal. You can still go the way of the dodo. Mortality is a funny thing. I've been dead quite a few times. And this time was probably the worst, psychologically speaking. This one fucked with me. And I can't really talk about it. Because who the fuck wants to hear about that? But yeah, it's I don't know, it's weird this time. It is 420 somewhere. Well, it's 420 Mountain. Death comes to us all. Let him up. Cheers. Hi, Great Liquor. How are you? Oh, you usually hang out on Rumble. What are you doing slumming it on YouTube? Is that a cat wearing sunglasses? If it is, I like it. Looks like Garfield. Oh, yeah. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Oh, Lord. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Get me over my stage fright. I promise the next time I come on, I'll have something to actually talk about. This was mainly just me getting my nerves out, you know? Part of the insomnia crew. Oh yeah, I literally just laid there for like 2.5 hours, rolling back and forth. Kazoo, 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 kazoo. Imperial. There used to be a butter commercial or margarine, I forget. Ah, so good, so good, so good, so good. Not so good on my throat, but still so good, so good, so good. So, Great Liquor, welcome. Welcome, dear. I had a brain spasm. I just stopped thinking. It was nice. Um, I have so much insurance shit to take care of. Oh my god. I saw you were live and I popped in to say hi. Hi, honey. Yeah, I figured I'm gonna shut it down. I'm kind of hoping that T Rex wakes up and checks in so that we know that he got up in time for his bus. No news yet of the submersible. Shit. But yeah, I kind of want to. I figure another like 10 minutes, T Rex should be up or not. Because he really needs to ride that Greyhound. Again, if you don't know what that means, please don't look it up. Just ask. Most things. That's what you should do with most things that come out of my mouth. If I say it and you don't understand, don't Google it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just ask me. Brain farts happen. I get like, oh my god, like my brain just turns off. And I'm sitting there like, talk, idiot, talk, and it just nothing comes out. And then it's like, oh, reboot. Oh, okay, I can do this again. Oh, look, my mouth is working. My mouth works overtime. That bitch is tired. She tired. But yeah, this is a just a crazy insomnia, nerve induced insomnia stream. And I'm pretty sure that as soon as I turn this off, I am going to collapse. Because I'm so high right now, like I can't feel my legs at all. It feels like just the top half of me exists. That's funny. It literally feels like I've been cut in half. It's just I love when I feel like this. Which means when I lay back, everything's gonna like start moving on the ceiling. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. When I'm the popcorn ceiling in my apartment does a very Van Gogh kind of starry, starry night thing where they just kind of they're waves and they move if I relax my eyes and I'm laying back if I'm high. everything. It's like ocean waves, but it's like the foamy part, like not the crashing waves, just the foamy part. And it moves around. It's cool. And no, I'm not on anything but weed. That's it. Just the weed. Weed and nicotine. That's it. Maybe a little caffeine. Why am I talking like that? Caffeine. See, it's from reading that damn book. I was wondering what the hell was happening to my accent all goddamn day. I was like, why am I pronouncing shit wrong? Because of that goddamn Thomas Paine. Shit. I was reading it was not as short as I thought it was going to be. Um and I wanted to do that one in one shot. Popcorn ceilings can be trippy. Oh my god, they so can be trippy. I love it. I mean, I hate them just as a print, like as a rule, because I just don't like them. But when I'm high, oh lord, I'm like, oh, it's like my own picture show. It's like I can paint without actually painting. Um, what was I saying? God damn it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're just waiting for T Rex to see if he wakes up and gets on here and says that he got up and he's okay, because I worry. These children of mine, I swear. Yep, you agree? Yep. The worst is in the kitchen because apparently it was discolored. There's a heat discoloration, but not from the stove. It's actually above the sink. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, there's no fucking way that I had water that hot for that long to make that kind of discoloration. I think that shit was there when I moved in and I just didn't notice. And they're gonna have to paint the whole thing. I've lived here 20 years. They haven't painted once. They have not changed the carpeting once. Like I can't even be they didn't change anything in 20 years. I got a refrigerator the second year I moved in because the old one just stopped. Just stopped. It was just like, nope. And this one, the fucking handle has fallen off every single day that I've had it. No matter how I try to fix it, it just doesn't work. And the dishwasher that sucks and the washing machine that sucks. That's what they've given me. And it's like they break all the time. And they suck. Don't ever get a washer dryer in one. That's what they gave us. It washes and then it dries. You can't just get to dry because it's like, no, we want to put water. So it's just you can't just dry something. It's just odd. I miss having a dryer because this don't dry them for shit. It steam dries them, so they're hot as fuck when they come out. It's just what I want to do is burn all the skin off my hands as I take the laundry out. And the dishwasher, they have one of those like efficient ones. So every time we use soap, there's a ring in every bowl of fucking soap. You spend more time friggin' trying to like scrub the soap out than you did if you would have just done the shit by hand. And now I use like 4 times the amount of water I was supposed to. So stupid. It really is. I just want to get the hell out of this house. I want to get the hell out of this state. I want to move away. And I just want my land, a little house, and a lot of animals. That's it. That's it. That's all I want. Easy peasy, right? We shall see. T3, it's a picture of his eyeball. That's some good way to see a cat with sunglasses. Oh, that's what I see. I see a cat with sunglasses. Yo, oh my god. So okay, so Cake or Death. Her icon in Discord is those two cakes. but they were so small on my screen that they didn't look like cakes. I always thought it was a monster with, like, bags under its eyes. And the day that she came in and it blew up, like, I don't know why I clicked on her and she, like, took up the whole screen, and I was just like, I'm looking at the thing going, "Oh my god, are those cakes?" Oh, cause she's cake or oh, okay, I get it, I get it. I felt so dumb that I thought it was a monster with bags under its eye. I'm telling you, I there's no way if I had to take a bus to school, it would have been the short one. I'm so retarded, I swear to God. Um, I consider the dishwasher to be more my really good rinse and sterilize cycle. Yeah, and sometimes, sometimes that's what you gotta do. It's like my oven now. What do I use my oven for? Storage. That's where all the pots and pans go in. And then it's like, oh, every time I want to make something, I'm like, can we make it in the air fryer instead? Because otherwise I don't have to unpack everything. I don't get it. When I put stuff away, when it was my kitchen, everything fit. Now that they do it, nothing fits. I go in and there's like a peeler on the friggin' stove, and there's the coffee thing is like in the middle, and I'm like, what? But why is there an empty pitcher here? Why is this out here? I don't know where it goes. I don't know where it goes. Did anybody ask me where they go? Like, just ask me where they go, and I'll tell you. Where do they go? They go here. All right, I'll put it there later. And gots, and it's still sitting there. Uh, I love this stream. I learned stuff I didn't know about. I can't think of a moment I was bored and relieved you're not mad if we have different old friends. Found out how you're doing physically. Oh, Heidi. No, that's the thing. Like, they're great people. I don't hold anything against any of them. I really don't. People like to assign like all these different, attributes to me. Oh, she feels this way. No, you don't know that. Like, people like me to be the evil one. And it's like, all right, paint me that way if you want. Like, I don't care. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about in general. Heidi, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you guys were here. I'm glad you weren't bored. I know I went off on 9,000 squirrel tangents. Uh, why don't kids OCD align with my OCD? You have OCD, they have ODC? You have wait, what is ODC? Do I wanna know? Do I wanna know? I know what OPP is, I know what OGD is, I know what ADD, ADHD, all the letters. But kids have different OCD. They have like, I need this many blankets, or my clothes have to have no seams, or shit like that. You know, when you get to our age, it's I have to check the door twice before I go to bed, or I have to, do my routine. That's how we excuse away the OCD. I have to do my routine. I have a nightly routine. I got to stick to my routine. Routines are good. 'Cause that's what we say. Routines are good. Schedules are good. I don't follow schedules. I hate schedules. I hate time. I want to do things when I want to do them. Um, I want to sleep when I want to sleep. The world does not let me, and it's frustrating sometimes. Um, I had a point, but it's gone. Uh, oh, the OCD thing. Yeah, no, they have simple OCD. We have emotional and trauma OCD. We have pattern OCD. We have texture. We have decibels, like sounds that we absolutely like no. You're just like no. Um, we have all different kinds of preferences. That's what we call them. OCD. Well, he's set in his ways. I am very set in my ways, but I'm also very highly adaptable and I want to make people happy. So, like, if somebody came into my space, I would let them make themselves at home. I would let them alter things to a point, but it would make me very uncomfortable and very unhappy. Probably it would make me really angry because I am very, very territorial. I've always been territorial. That me and the cats, we got that in common. Like, this is my turf. I'll fuck you up until I go and fuck off. So it's like, and even then it's like, no, they're mine first. Um, yeah, I never released, any kind of, what you were talking about, Heidi. I don't need to be mad about anything. There's nothing left to be mad about. It's done. Like, there's no other way I could put that. It's done. Like, and I think it was a good thing. I think it had to happen. I don't like that it happened the way it did because I would rather there not be um, any kind of harsh feelings anywhere. But shit happens. It happened. So what are you gonna do? Emotionally, etc. And it all happened for me because I spilled half a gallon of coffee. I shouldn't have been trying to drink at 9 p.m. and I was so pissed at myself because I made such a freaking mess. But instead, I'm happy I spilled it. It really did happen for a reason. That might have come out wrong when I said for you, but what I meant is that's how it happened for me. Otherwise, I would have been asleep and I've been missing you. Aw, that was so sweet, Heidi. I'm sorry you spilled the coffee. That hurts my heart. You know that. But yeah, I'll be around. I'll do a lot more lives. Um, I might do the chapter books and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll do them live because it's very distracting, and I don't want like a whole bunch of pauses or whatever. But there are certain books that I think I'd like to read like with you guys so I can fucking comment on them because it is so hard when I'm reading these books to not stop and give a comment. And it's just like, oh my god, because I don't want to fucking be annoying. So I just read the book. And meanwhile, it's like I'll get to a point and I'm like, I want to say something, and I gotta bite my tongue because I'm like, no, you're just narrating the goddamn book. That's all you're doing, Michelle. Just do. You got one job. Just do that fucking job. But it's so hard not to like go, oh, he's so full of shit, or oh, I get that, or oh yeah, what like this analogy fucking sucks. Like there's different things that I wanted to say, and I couldn't say any of it. And it was so frustrating. Uh, but no, yeah, I ask people about you, and everybody knows that they should sing your song every time they see you. I worry about you since your thing with the oven. I worry, but because you live quite the life. The teacher coming out. That boy just got me my coffee. Oh, see, he brought you your coffee. Your grandson loves you. My son hates me. He doesn't make me coffee anymore. I mean, to be fair, I ran out of the the cold brew, and I haven't really been up to making it. It's like whatever. I have to drink all these damn protein things. I'd love to send him to the store. That would be great. I wonder if he'll go. Yeah, no, Heidi, I'm glad that you came around. I'm glad that you caught it. I mean, 4 o'clock in the morning, that's not, well, actually, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Not really like a key time on a Wednesday night. So, I'm surprised anybody was here. But I'm glad. I needed to do one fucked up stream where, I can get out all my nerves, get out all my thoughts that are bugging me. I mean, there's a couple things that are bugging me that I don't know if I should talk about. Probably shouldn't. But I mean, there's a lot of things I shouldn't say, and you could usually count on me saying them anyway. So why not? Um, no, I'm not gonna, because it's not important anymore. It's really not. I gotta let it go. I've been doing very well at letting things go. I think so. I don't want to be like, petty patty or whatever. Because I can get petty. Oh, Lord. I don't want to be petty. It's stupid. It's stupid. Especially for, people I cared about. Still care about. But, I don't want to do that. I want everybody to just get along. Like you don't have to play in my pool. I don't have to play in your pool. But I mean, everybody else should be welcome in both. Nobody should have to feel bad. From my point of view, I don't think anybody should have to feel bad about being friends with whoever they want to be friends with, or going to streams that they want to go to, or supporting whoever they want to support. I think that's the whole point of freedom. I mean, that's what they all talk about. Freedom, 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 freedom. And yet people aren't left to, you know, do their own thing without consequences. That's the part that kills me because they feel bad. I don't know if it's warranted. I don't know if it's, projected like they just feel it. If it's like imagine, I mean, I can't belittle it. They're feeling that way. And I don't want them to. I don't want anybody to have to choose. Thanks, Shelly. Please send me a Discord link. I don't know how to do it. I never even knew you used to have one. I never had one. I used to be on frogs. What else? Years ago. Then you were gone, and now you have one that I know about. Thank you, Suzanne. Oh, hell no, never run out of coffee or smokes or weed in an autism household. I'll see the coffee just puts me to sleep. Oh, damn it. Why didn't I get up and make coffee? Stupid. Well, I guess because I needed to talk. And my cats suck to talk to. I just wanted to get it, done so that the next one is better. Because when I cleared out my videos, oh my god, I lost so many watch hours. But I don't care because I could not leave them up. Oh my god, they were so bad. They were oh my god. They were kind of like this. But no, oh my god. I I can't even tell you. Just oh my god. Oh my god. The biography ones. I was like, "Bert, I'm listening to it. I was like, bitch, nobody wants to know this much about you. Stop it. Like, you're giving your whole life story. Stop it. And then like I listened to the next one and I was like, wow, I love the sound of my own voice, apparently. Okay. And the next one, and I was like, you gotta fucking be kidding me. I was like, I said I don't remember anything. I hate that about my videos, whether it's a live video or whether it's like pre-recorded and I take the time to edit and whatever. It does not matter. I don't remember what I talk about. There are whole streams that I've done where I look and I'm like, this is a 12-hour stream. I don't remember this stream. Like, I don't remember it at all. But that's what happens when you do like a 36-hour stream because the last like 12 to 15 hours you don't really remember. Um, you're so cute, Heidi. Yeah, definitely definitely jump in my server. I'd love to talk to you. But I didn't know that I was going to need a server because I was perfectly content using the one, that he had. I mean, everything was going through him. It was fine. But it's daunting to have to have my own. But it's all right. It's good. I love Suzanne put her artwork in the artwork section. You guys should check it out. It's beautiful artwork. She does an amazing job. But yeah, just everybody here should be able to just jump in my server. I think most of you are in there anyway. So all right. I don't know if T Rex woke up. I hope he did. I hope he did. I hope he did. I hope he did. He said 6:30, right? Wait, I can't see nothing. I went all quiet. I know. I gotta. What does that say? 5:58. What time is it? Oh, that was an hour ago. Lord, I need to check my phone more often because I have messages out the wazoo. Uh, just get it over with. Yeah. So I anyway. Oh my God, what a crazy night it's been! What a crazy night. I have a feeling that I'm high enough that when I go to sleep, I will not dream at all, and that would be amazeballs. Because my dreams lately, for the love of God, I've had so many fire dreams. It's ridiculous. Everything I touch just burns up in some of them. In some of them, I'm running away from fire. In some of them, I'm running toward fire. But there's always fire. Everything is burning around me. Every single dream. I've had the dream where all my teeth are loose and falling out and I can't keep them in my mouth. Uh, I had a dream the other night. I should sound like Martin Luther King. I had a dream, but no, I actually had a dream, and there was a raccoon, and it was kind of like when I lived in Kansas. We had a raccoon that used to scratch at the door, to get fed, and I wouldn't open the door. I would open the window and toss it out and close the window right away until the son of a bitch figured out, oh, she goes to the window. So he started coming to the window. So I would go to the door and throw it out the door. But I mean, we did this for like the whole 2 years that I lived there. And I was, just throw him little scraps of ham, whatever. But it was kind of reminiscent of that. But I was sleeping on like a plank of wood and I just had like a really thin blanket. I remember the blanket was like baby blue. And there was this giant shadow like creeping into my window and it started in the upper right hand. I gotta think of it, the upper right hand corner, and it kind of came down almost like a moon, like a crescent moon, and it was the shadow of the goddamn raccoon. But the thing is, when it covered the whole window, I stopped breathing like in my dream, and when I woke up the fucking cat was like wrapped around my neck, and I guess I had stopped breathing. But yeah, it was fucking weird. It was just fucking weird. T3, you'll have to invite Heidi. I can't find her. Crap. You say that like I know how. Let's see. How do I do this? How do I do this? How? Uh, Discord takes forever to open. Okay. I don't know if I have Heidi's, whatchamacallit. Damn it. I do not know. No, I have no idea. Let's see. Moose might have you, Heidi. I'll get it to you somehow. Have no fear. Have no fear. I will get it to you somehow. If anything, just send me an email to talkingtrashintrudes at gmail.com and I'll throw the Discord link, the invite in there, and you can do that. That should work for you. Yeah, that might be the best bet because I can't find you. I don't think we ever did a friend request thing. That's a bad habit that I have of not sending the friend request thing in. It's so weird because I don't think about it. I just DM. It's like I get them from somewhere. It's like, all right. I'm too many Heidis. Let me write it down. Does it have an S at the end or no S at the end? Because there's no apostrophe, I don't think, right? It doesn't matter. I'll find you. But anyway, folks, I don't know if T Rex got up or not. I hope he did. My name's not Heidi in there because there were too many. That's because everybody likes to be sung to. I'd rather sing Heidi, Heidi, Heidi Ho than that damn Michelle, my belle. Oh my God, that song. I love when people sing it to me and then they they go, "Do you know that song?" Nope, never heard it before in my life. Never heard it. No, I literally was born and they were singing that damn song. It's like, ugh. That's my Aunt Lee. That's all she ever used to sing whenever she saw me, and she's over and over and over and over and over. And then her internal song, la di da dum. That was her tone. It was like, okay, but I'll do it after the stream, dear. Oh, cool. Thank you, because I don't know what I'm doing in there. All right, guys. I am going to sign off because I am loopy enough that I think I'll fall asleep now. Thank you very much for keeping me company and for being wonderful. You know what I say. Chat is good. Chat is wise. Chat knows all. And I love chat. I really do. You guys, I have not been sad in God, 7, maybe 8 days. My sadness lasted like 2 days. Then I was fine. I was fine. Like I can't dwell on it because if I do, I'll spiral, and I'm not doing that. So no, everybody should just be happy. That's what I want. I want everybody to be happy, and I'm on the list, so I would like to be happy as well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I am going to be as nice as I can be. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And please remember, no fighting. Get along. I hope you guys went to Squab Bob's channel and watched his little video that he did. It was really sweet. He did a really sweet solstice video. It's like 2.5 minutes long. Go if you can, go over there and give it a look and give it a like. Because it was from his heart. It was. He's a good dude. So Squab Bob, you all know it. And if you got to search for it, it's one word, not two, because that's a different Squab Bob. Thank you so much. I'm proud of you, Shelly. You're doing awesome. Thank you, honey. Every day I'm shuffling. So here we go. Just got to reinvent yourself. This isn't the first time. It's just like a divorce. It's only it was a lot cleaner. So it's fine. You got all the kids. I'm not paying child support. I ain't nope. Not gonna happen. But he got them all. He got the whole fam. There you go. I kept like one or two. And even then, they still go over. No, I can share. I can share. I can share. So, all right. Before I go off on another little tangent and you get me to squirrel yet again, I gotta go. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to sleep. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Suzanne, you're a rock star. T Rex, you're awake. Yay! I've been looking at that for the past like minute and didn't realize that it was you until Suzanne said T Rex. I was like, why? There you are. Okay, so I'm just glad you made it to the bus station. Don't fall asleep till you get on the bus. And make sure you keep anything valuable like deep, deep, deep in your front pockets. All right? Oh, safe journey, T Rex. Suzanne, go to sleep. Go to sleep, woman. Your body is going to be killing you tomorrow. Thank you for modding for me. And thank you for hanging out and just being awesome. You're just awesome. All you guys are awesome. All right. I'm signing out. Heidi, 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 hey. So, love you guys. I'm out of here. And I will see you.